It's the two most exciting words in sports. Game 7. What is going on, hockey fans? It is, as always, your host, Neil Villapiano, the host of the Devil State of Mind podcast here on the Hockey Podcast Network. And welcome to a very exciting live watch-along right here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel tonight. Game 7 of this Eastern Conference semifinals between the New York Rangers and the Carolina Hurricanes. The winner of tonight's game will face the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Eastern Conference Finals starting later this week. This live watch-along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network are sponsored by our wonderful friends over at DraftKings Sportsbook. Make sure, guys, when you sign up for DraftKings to use our promo code, which you can see right here, THPN, and tell them Neil Villapiano sent you. Make sure, guys, to like this stream as well as subscribe. The only way that you could get in and hang out with all of us in the comment section is by subscribing. So make sure to like and subscribe. We are very close to reaching 2,500 subscribers, so let's continue to get to that mark. As also mentioned, trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Folks, here we are. Game 7. This has been one hell of a series. I know a lot of you were expecting me for Game 6, but I had some prior obligations that I had to take care of. But I'm here for Game 7. I've basically been the one covering, for the most part, this entire series, and this has been one hell of a series. And I'm so excited to see how Game 7 goes tonight. This is the second Game 7 I've done here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel, and I'm hoping that this one is just as good as the last one. And as always, guys, make sure to leave your score predictions in the comment section so I can star them and I can share them later on to see if anybody is correct. I will start off by basically saying right away that I personally think that the New York Rangers will do the one thing that no team, at least, and granted, the Hurricanes have only played 2 teams in the playoffs so far, but they're going to do something that the Bruins couldn't do and that the Rangers couldn't do earlier in this series, and that is win a game on the road. I'm going to have the Rangers to win this one in a close one by the score of 3-2 to advance the Eastern Conference Finals. And because I said that, I actually put this out earlier, about 45 minutes ago. I said, poll question: if the Rangers win, should Neil, me, buy a Rangers jersey and wear it for the Eastern Conference Finals? And I saw earlier that a lot of you guys said yes, so I'm living up to that. So if the Rangers do win tonight, your boy will have to wear a Rangers jersey during the Eastern Conference Finals, in which I will definitely be trying to be the host of a live stream. Let me fix my camera for just a second. There we go. Great. So we have like a boatload of comments. We have a boatload, which is phenomenal. I love it. I love it. Epic Plays says, who's doing the stream? It's your boy. It's your boy, Neil Villapiano. Good to see Epic Plays. Good to see you, Sean, as well. He says, Neil. Epic Plays says, my fave. Love it. What's going on, Be Strange? Thank you so much for hanging out with us and subscribing. We do appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like on the stream as well. What's going on, James? James in the chat. Bullet sees it as well. My wonderful mother. Hi, Neil, and all you hockey fans. Game 7 Soda Pod covering the Minnesota Wild here on the Hockey Podcast Network is in the chat. What it up, brother? What's going on, guys? Say go Canes. Sean says go Rangers. Beer Sports Whatever Podcast, as always, in the chat. Say you sub, I sub. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Sean says we all do. So there you go. Sean says, Neil, you got your wine tonight? I do not. I actually have mostly H2O tonight, so I'm going to be rocking on the H2O tonight. But I definitely want to get back to consistently doing that, probably during the Stanley Cup Finals and also during the Conference Finals, and then obviously Stanley Cup Finals as well. Oh, Shannon Blood says boatload of shit. Here we go, but ring it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, Shannon, and subscribing. We do appreciate it. So, yeah, again, guys, make sure to leave your score predictions in the chat right now, and I will start each one. Give me a score, as well as give me a score and guess who wins. And if you want to add anything else to that, you're more than welcome to do so as well. So, yeah, here we are, Game 7. This is going to be a lot of fun. And as we all know, Anything can happen in Game 7. There is so much possibility. The first one I did was Game 7 between the Rangers and the Penguins back in round 1. Rangers won in overtime on a game-winning goal from Artemi Panarin. So I'm hoping that this one is just as exciting as the first one that we did. Sean with the first prediction going 3-2 Rangers. Thank you, Sean. June says, Dak Prescott should have apologized for what he said about the fans and refs to absolutely nobody. If the referee association has a problem with it, just send location. Fair enough. I think you were talking about, back in the playoffs this past year? Yeah, that's what typically Cowboys fans and players tend to do. So there's that. Shannon Blood going with a 3-2 Hurries win. So I'm assuming that's Hurricanes. So thank you so much, Shannon. We appreciate it. But this is going to be a good one. And I would say it's going to start maybe in another couple of minutes. They're probably going to do the national anthem, obviously get things going. But this should be good. And once this game is over, we will officially have the matchups for the conference finals. We already know what's going on in the West. We get Connor McDavid versus Nathan McKinnon, Avs versus Oilers in the Western Conference Finals. New territory for both of those teams, mind you. It's been a while. Since both those teams have reached that far into the playoffs. Certainly it's new for almost all the players that are playing in that series. So this should be a really, really exciting series. And Tampa Bay Lightning haven't played in about a week. I believe their last game was last Monday, if I remember correctly. So I think that they're definitely going to have well over a week before they play, whether they play the Rangers or the Hurricanes. But Tampa Bay Lightning is just waiting to see who they face. As look at this. Hurricanes got Cam Ward kind of turning the siren on. Cam Ward, who helped lead the Hurricanes to their first and only Stanley Cup championship back in 2006. Let's see here. Sean says Happy Memorial Day. It's usually kind of weird to say Happy Memorial Day, but still, it is Memorial Day. Thank you to all the brave men and women who obviously, fought to keep us safe over time and protect the freedom for many, many years. And their service does not go unnoticed. June's going to go with a 2-1 Rangers win, which is Sturkin standing on his head. We already know that RJ is going to be going with his New York Rangers. He says, go New York Rangers, white and blue. Archduke Ramon says, hey, Neil, what's going on? Archduke, good to see you, man. He's going 4-2 Hurricanes. Be Strange says hi again. Again, good to see you, Be Strange. Hope you're doing well. Make sure to leave a score prediction while you're here. By the way, the teams have both taken the ice, but we are just about ready to do the national anthem before we get Game 7 underway. What's going on, Andrew? Good to see you, my friend. He says, real deal, Neil. Archduke says, drink it H2O and J beer. Sounds very intriguing, Archduke. Andrew's going to go with a 3-2 win for the Canes. Love it. So, there we go. And I should probably... I'm going to stick with my prediction. I've been kind of going back and forth with just basically what I wanted. I've been thinking about it all day, but I really have stuck, for the last couple of days with the Rangers. And the reason that I'm going to go with the Rangers, guys, is simply that I feel like they really, really have what I call the juju going right now. And as I mentioned before, the Hurricanes have yet to lose a game at home. And obviously, there's always a first time for everything. And I'm sure the Hurricanes would a better response than they had in game number 6, getting pretty much blown out. But I just think the Rangers have a little bit more of the momentum. And at some point, the Hurricanes are going to have to face some adversity. Maybe it will be tonight, which isn't ideal considering if they lose, their season is over. But I'm going to go with the Rangers to win this one. Let's see here. Andrew says, Happy Memorial Day to you and yours. Isha's in the chat. City Light Project says, go Hurricanes. Good to see you, Isha. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for doing Game 6, Rangers and Hurricanes. And also, great job on the gold medal game on the World Championships. Sorry about Canada, obviously, losing, but it was still a great game nonetheless. And Canada does get the bronze, which is a lot better than the boys from the United States. So, there's that. He says, go Hurricanes. B Strange says, my birthday was last Saturday. Well, happy belated birthday, B Strange. And Isha giving me a $2 Canadian donation. Isha, thank you so much for the donation, my friend. We do appreciate it. And again, donations are allowed as well. You do not have to. It is not required. but it is certainly appreciated. All donations go back to the hosts of these games, like myself. Isha says, hey everyone, like and subscribe, watch parties every day of the week. And things are only going to get more intense with after today, we get into the conference finals. Igor stepped up his game. That's why I think the Rangers got this. Yeah, he really has stepped up his game, especially, since the end of games 3 and 4 of the first round series against the Penguins. Since then, he has really, really gotten back to his potential Vezina Trophy winning form that he had back in the regular season. Let's see here. He says, just working away, watching Neil and excited for his stream. Thank you so much, Isha. Appreciate it. You said, you missed me second, huh? I did like 4 games this last week. Yeah, I know. Honestly, Isha was killing it this past week with the amount of live watch-alongs he was doing, and we appreciate him 1,000%. Jeff now says, a toonie. Okay. Sal Nelson, what's going on, Sal? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well today on this Memorial Day. He says, hi. What's going on, Sal? We thank you very much for this. I'm drinking a gallon of soda for Game 7. Well, it'll certainly give you the caffeine that you may need if this game ends up having to go to have to go to overtime, so we'll see. That Hockey Kid, thank you so much for the comment, my friend. We do appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing as well. Make sure to leave a like on the stream as well. He says, score? Well, like I said before, my score prediction is 3-2 Rangers. The game is just about to get underway. National Anthems just finished up. Basketball Podcast Network as well hanging out with us. Says, go Neil. We thank you guys so much. Good vibes only in this chat. Absolutely. Jeff now says, Neil, B. Not sure what you're referring to. But goaltending matchup again. Igor Shesterkin for the Rangers. Antti Ranta for the Carolina Hurricanes. And we are just about ready to get this one underway. I don't know about you guys, but I am excited for this one. Sit back, relax, and enjoy Game 7 of this Eastern Conference semifinals between the Rangers and the Carolina Hurricanes. So here we go. Players at center ice, puck is dropped, and we are underway in Game 7. So let's see how these teams come out. I particularly want to see how the Hurricanes come out because, again, they are at home. So obviously they want to feed off of the Caniacs. They have really made this arena, PNC Arena, a very difficult place for teams to play in these playoffs. Hurricanes coming in with an impressive 7-0 record at home. So look to try to make it 8 with a win tonight. As Tony DeAngelo with the puck loses it for a moment, regains it, gets it over to Svechnikov, backhands it over to his teammate. Max Domi gets it down top of the blue line to DeAngelo, but he mishandled it and will have to come out of the zone. But let's see here. Jeff says, Neil, say hello to your mom. My mom was already in the chat, so no worries about that. Shannon Blood says, game on. Absolutely. It's a shot from the point. It's stick to side by Shesterkin. Rebound try after that. Goes right into the stomach of Shesterkin and a cover. The Broadway Boys podcast. That's the podcast here that covers the New York Rangers here on the Hockey Podcast Network. What is going on, guys? Good to see you as always. He says, But equals clenched. Win or lose, a special episode of the Broadway Boys podcast drops tomorrow morning. Love it. I'm sure you guys will be recording when this one is said and done. As Brady Shea with a shot that just trickles wide. Sean says, game on. Let's go out, Tim Long. Good to see you again, my friend. John Copeland with Let's Go Canes. All right. Awesome, Copeland. Awesome. Tim, welcome to the stream. Yes, Tim is back with us. Contact THPN. Says, what's up, Broadway boys? It's Isha again. So awesome. What's going on, Ben? This is indeed a big game for your New York Rangers. Obviously, the Rangers are coming in. They are 10-6 all time in Game 7s. So, and they've already won a Game 7. These playoffs is now an opportunity for Schneider with a shot that gets blocked. Rebound try again, and that one is patted aside by Ranta, but we're going to get a stoppage of play. It's going to be a hooking call against the Carolina Hurricanes. Looks like it's Sebastian Aho going to the sin bin. So, not even 2 minutes into the hockey game, the Rangers will get their first crack on the power play here to see if they could get the early lead. Shannon says, shots on goal. Absolutely. Both teams got to get shots to the net as much as possible. What's going on, Jacob? Good to see you as always, my friend. As always, you are the best, Tim. You are the best as well. Rangers currently clinched, maybe clinched later on. It's possible. Possible. Jacob says Canada got robbed. Yeah, I heard there was some controversy. I wasn't able to watch the highlights, but I did hear a little bit of controversy with that. It's a shot there from the point, goes wide to the right side. It's now Zibanejad controls it, gets it over top of the blue line to Fox with a shot, and that one deflects wide of the net. It's Chris Kreider, who has continued to not have the world's greatest series, had an opportunity there as Zibanejad tries to chip it over, and now maybe a partial breakaway chance here shorthanded. And that one's broken up for a moment by Artemi Panarin, and then Trocheck's able to just clear it into the Rangers zone. So nearly a disaster there for the Rangers here on this power play. They've already given up a shorthanded goal. They gave one up earlier in the series back in Game 5. Fox takes a wrist shot that's easily sticked aside by Ranta and goes out of play. So the faceoff will remain in, the faceoff remains in the Hurricane zone. 109 to go in the Rangers power play. Rob Brindamore is 2-0 all-time in Game 7s as the Hurricanes head coach. And he's also had some experience in Game 7s as a player as well. So he knows exactly what needs to be done for the Hurricanes to win this one tonight. Tim says, thank you. No worries. Ben says the Hurricanes have gotten 2 shorties. I do remember that they got one in Game 5. I don't remember when the other one was. Was that back in Game 1, Ben? I was just trying to remember. As the Hurricanes were able to just fire back down into the Rangers zone with exactly 1 minute to go on the power play. Penalty kill in the playoffs. Road percentage is at 68% for the Hurricanes, but at home, 90%. So again, another factor in how the Hurricanes just do so much better at home, regardless of the team that they're facing. Ben says, yeah, okay, so it was game number 1. How many subscribers do we have? We currently have around 2,250 some odd subscribers. So we've continued to make excellent progress throughout. This is still our first year on YouTube. As a shot there from Kopp just goes over the net. Rangers trying to keep the puck in the zone here with 16 seconds to go in the power play. Philip Hedl loses it, wrapped on the boards, and out again. So another good clear by the Hurricanes. 10 seconds to go on the man advantage. Rangers come back into the zone. Andrew Copp drops it over to Lafreniere. Lafreniere drop past the Fox. Fox with the right shot, and he scores! Adam Fox with a beautiful wrister through traffic. And with just 2 seconds remaining on the power play, the Blue Shirts take the early lead. It's 1-0 Rangers. So the Rangers take advantage of the man advantage, albeit right at the end, but nonetheless, the reigning Norris Trophy winning defenseman Adam Fox with a beautiful wrister and a nice feed on a backhand from Alexis Lafreniere. And the Rangers grab the early lead here just about 3.5 minutes in to this one. So it looks like it's going to be Vetrano and it looks it's going to be Kopp and Lafreniere that'll get assists on that goal. We'll see it again. Little toe drag. And Fox used a nice screen. I believe it was from Martin Natchez. So he kind of used a Hurricanes player as a screen. But nonetheless, the Rangers have taken the 1-0 lead. So that is a big-time goal. Big time goal. Ben says Fox is so good. He is, man. Phenomenal. Sean says, goal, woo, and then he brings out the Nashville Predators song as a wraparound try by the Hurricanes to flex out of play. I like it. I love it. He says, lots of YouTubers are growing. Yes, YouTube has certainly gotten better over time, which is good. And obviously, it's crazy to think how with this channel, as Sean says, I want some more of it. Hell yeah. And then Ben talking to Jacob saying, take that, Jacob. So, but yeah, considering the fact that we have been on this channel, we started back in I think it was late September, early October, during the preseason, I believe. It has really, really grown over time. It's crazy how we've gotten this many subscribers in less than 1 year. And we thank you all so much for this, man. You guys are great. As looks like a Hurricane player got sticked up in the face. Is it going to be a penalty? It will be. And so it's going to be a high sticking call against the Rangers. I believe that might have been Kotkaniemi that got hit up high by Jacob Trouba. So with 15:42 to go in the first, it's the Hurricanes now will go to the power play looking to try to even it up. It looks like it might just be 2 minutes because I don't think Kotkaniemi was bleeding. So he has to take 2-minute high sticking call against the Rangers' Jacob Trouba. James says, yes, my Rangers scored. They did indeed on the power play from Adam Fox. Yay, it is good. It is. Sean says, some people are making money tonight. They are certainly a lot of people. And if you want to get in on that action, make sure you sign up for DraftKings right now and use our promo code, which you can see again, as always, in the bottom right corner, THPN. As now the Hurricanes look to set up here, gets it over to Tony DeAngelo, over to the right side to his teammate, back to DeAngelo, top of the blue line. DeAngelo still walking up a fine rope, now gives it over to the right side. Now slides up by DeAngelo, and that one's patted up in the air by Shesterkin. Rangers trying to just get it out of the zone. Gets over to the right side. Seth Jarvis gets it over to Trocheck, over by the Rangers bench. Now to DeAngelo. Back to Trocheck. Trocheck lost it for a second, regains it. Gets it to Jarvis. Now to DeAngelo. DeAngelo circles over to the right side, drops it out for Jarvis with a drive, and that one goes wide of the net. Hurricanes continuing to keep the puck in the zone here. DeAngelo sets up again. 1:15 to go on the Hurricanes power play. Jarvis now over to Teravainen. Now to DeAngelo. He takes a wrist shot through traffic, and that one's patted aside by Shesterkin. Lindgren fires it, and did it go out of play? Is it delay of game? Wes McCauley is waving no. So it looks like that will not be a penalty, which is obviously a break for the Rangers, but the faceoff will remain in the Rangers zone. 1:04 to go on the Hurricanes power play. 14:45 to go in the first. As they just showed a replay of the Seth Jarvis shot, and actually hit the far post. So Hurricanes have hit the post or crossbar now 8 times in this series. Crazy. I love how when it comes to Game 7s, refs actually call penalties. Well, at the end of the day, I think in Game 7s, the refs really don't want to make it about them. They do make it a lot of games. As that shot through traffic gets blocked, and the Rangers look to come the other way shorthanded. Zibanejad up the center ice. He holds, tries to drop it off to Tyler Mott, who now gets crunched along to the left side. Rangers just killing some time, and now the Hurricanes will be able to settle the puck and regroup. What's going on, Andy? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. We thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Sean says, Igor. Yep, Igor has so far been strong in net. And then Andy says, oh no, Rangers are winning. They are indeed. Wait, is McCauley? Yes, Sean. Wes McCauley is the head ref for tonight's game. With these big Game 7s, when it's available, Wes McCauley is going to do them. As now Nietzsche gets it over to Slavin. He takes a shot. That one's deflected wide of net by Kotkaniemi. And then the Rangers are able to just clear it out of the zone with 10 seconds to go on the Hurricanes power play. Slavin waits, gets over to Nietzsche. Nietzsche gets through, fires it over. Svechnikov just whiffed on it. Oh, he had an open net on a beautiful feed from Nietzsche, but he couldn't cash in. Power play is over for the Hurricanes. Puck is still behind the Rangers' net right now, as Justin Braun chips it around, and now Tyler Mott will fire it off the boards and back out into the Hurricane zone. No icing here. So the Rangers kill off that Hurricanes power play and still hold the 1-0 lead. But again, Martin Nietzsche's beautiful feed to Svechnikov, but Svechnikov whiffed on it. Nietzsche's no goals, but he has five assists for a total of 5 points. As again, Nietzsche's definitely one of the most unlucky players I've seen, because he has had so many opportunities to score and has not cashed in. Fires a one-time shot there. It's blocked in front by the Rangers. Adam Fox, he'll backhand it just out of the zone right in front of the Rangers bench. Panarin and Jesper Foss fighting with it. Foss falls down, no penalty. Now Panarin gets it for the Rangers. Cop tries to drop it over, and it looks like a ref took a tumble there. Looks like he's okay. Long stretch pass to Hurricanes player, misses, and it'll be enough for an icing. Face-off back in the Carolina zone. 12:44 to go in the first. Still 1-0 Rangers. Wes is the best ref. He is without a doubt the best referee in the National Hockey League. And he's the only one, I think, that never gets criticized for how he calls games. Agreed, Wes is the best ref. Christian Santiago, what's going on, Christian? Good to see you, man. He says, who scored for the Rangers? It was Adam Fox who scored. New York Rangers have won 6 straight Game 7s coming into tonight, as well as the Hurricanes. They've actually won 7 in a row, which ties a playoff record all time. So, if the Hurricanes do win tonight, that'll make it 8 straight Game 7s that they've won, which will set a new National Hockey League record. Won 6 straight Game 7s. I apologize. Tied for longest streak in playoff history, and the Rangers are 7-1 in their last 8 Game 7s. So something certainly has to give. Wes is good, but makes BS calls every game. Well, so does every other ref, to be quite honest with you, Jacob. So, I mean, at the end of the day, he is the best of the bunch, which you'd have to look at. Let's go on to now. I can see you changed your profile picture. Very, very nice. But good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. What up, Neil? How you doing, my man? Got that wine with you, and lucky I am off work on this Memorial Day to watch this Game 7. There's a shot there by Capo. Kako is stopped by Ranta. And then we get a stoppage of play, and it looks like we're going to get too many men on the ice. And I believe it might be against the Hurricanes, I want to say. And I think it is, actually, is the Hurricanes are looking down on their, I guess, their tablet or something like that, just to see if they agree with the call here. But it looks like it will indeed be a too many men on the ice penalty here, as they're actually looking at Seth Jarvis. I don't know if he got hit before, as they'll show a replay here. What did I miss? So I looked up for like a hot second, as looks like he actually got hit right as the camera went away, I think. Got to see here again. Not sure exactly what happened. But neither way, we'll find out when we get back from commercial break. But just over 12 minutes to go in the first. It's the Rangers with the early 1-0 lead on a power play goal from Adam Fox. But Danelle, thank you so much as always, my man, for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like on the stream while you are here. Chilling with just H2O for the night, but don't fret. I'll have that wine again very, very soon. James says, anyone remember Kerry Frazier? Yes, I do remember Kerry Frazier infamously, quote-unquote, robbing the Maple Leafs in the 1993 Western Conference Finals when the Leafs were in the Western Conference against the LA Kings, Gretzky and the Kings. And what was it, Game 6? Leafs were up 3-2. It was in overtime. I believe the Leafs were on a power play. Gilmore got hit up high with a stick from Gretzky. Nothing was called. And I think like less than a minute later, after the power play was over, Gretzky scored the game-winning goal to force Game 7 of that series, in which the Kings would go on to win that game, win the series, and go to the Stanley Cup Finals. Guy's hair never moved an inch skating back and forth. Oh, yeah. James, he definitely had the strongest hairspray you can find. Tomorrow, I might have the likeness of a hockey player, having a tooth pulled and filling after a week. Well, I hope it all goes well, Ramon. I really do. Really, really hope so. Good luck with your teeth darts. Tim says, make sure to like and subscribe. Absolutely. Ben says, the Gretzky. Yes, he is the Gretzky. As it was a too many men on the ice penalty against the Hurricanes. So the Rangers, with 12:14 to go in the first, already up 1-0, looking for their second power play goal of the night. So we'll see here what happens on this one. Danelle says, yes, I changed my pick, like my new profile pick. It's me and my mother when we was at New York International Car Show last month on the last day of Sunday, April 24th. I like it indeed, Danelle. Very, very cool. Very cool. Shout out to Danelle's wonderful mother. There's a shot there by Zibanejad, and he scores! Mika Zibanejad from far away beats Antiranta, and with exactly 12 minutes to go in the first, the Rangers strike again on the power play. It's 2-0 Blue Shirts. So this game is going exactly the way I thought it was going to go. This is the adversity that the Hurricanes were going to have to face at some point. They are now down 2-0, 8 minutes exactly into this game. And they've already given up 2 power play goals. And Zibanejad missed on the 1T moments ago, but then got it right back, and it actually deflected off of Chris Kreider. So give Chris Kreider the goal as he deflected with his stick. Beautiful deflection by Chris Kreider. So it's going to be Kreider with the goal, his second goal this series, and his second career Game 7 goal. Svechnikov comes in one-time shot, and a beautiful diving save by Shesterkin on the one-time shot from Teravainen. The Hurricanes immediately looking for a response, but Shesterkin shuts the door. Big time save there. What's going on, Zach Kendall? Thank you so much for saying hey to us, man. We do appreciate Zach. Make sure to also leave a like on the stream while you're here. Sean says, goal. Woo! Ben says, Mika is so good. He is. He'll get the primary assist on that goal, but it is Chris Kreider who gets the goal on the power play. It's Shesterkin again. Great diving left leg pad save to rob Teravainen of cutting the deficit to 1. But it is right now 2-0 Rangers, 11:38 exactly to go in this first. Sean says goal. Jeff says nice. Ramon says no dangers in the near future, hopefully never. It's Great to hear. Great to hear, Ramon. Prepare for the second goalie to come out. Well, if Ronta's going to continue to struggle, especially early on, they may have to go to their young Russian goaltender because, again, Freddie Anderson's still not available. Kreider is so streaky. He has certainly been streaky in these playoffs. The backhand try by Kotkaniemi is stopped and covered by Shesterkin, and then some pushing and shoving after the whistle. James says, yes, Rangers, baby. Sean says, what a save. It was a big save early on because, again, that was just seconds after the Rangers made it 2-0. So that was a great save. As again, we see the replay, slow motion from Zibanejad's shot back on the power play. Just a great deflection from Chris Kreider. And he had the wherewithal to lift his right skate up in the air to avoid him blocking his own shot. Just a beautiful deflection from the 50-plus goal scorer. But let's see here. Danelle says, that was my first time at the New York International Car Show. My friend had 2 free tickets from his job, but I had to go to a karate tournament that day, so he gave me the 2 free tickets instead. Very cool. Very cool indeed as Barclay Goodrow gets it over to the left side to Ryan Reeves. 4th line on right now for the Rangers. Tim Long says fireworks. Today would be a day to shoot off some fireworks. Let's go on, Danny Burgos. Good to see you, man. He says, how are you, Neil? Doing very well, Danny. Thank you so much, as always, for hanging out with us. Make sure to smash that like button while you're here. Sean says 5-2 again, anyone? It's looking like it early on in this one. I mean, again, still a lot of hockey left to play, but it's already 2-0 Rangers. They've come out. This has been the best start that they've had, certainly in this series on the road. As it looks like a penalty here against Reeves of the Rangers. It looks like it's going to be a 2-minute interference call against them. So with 10:56 to go in the first and the Rangers up 2-0, the Hurricanes will go to the power play second time already tonight. They're 0 for 1 as it's already the 4th penalty called in this first period. Shannon says, sorry, I'm back. My cat just choked on a hummingbird. Yeesh. Well, hopefully your cat is okay, Shannon. Sean says, that sounds awesome, Danelle. Jeff says, I think I said 5A. 5-4 overtime Rangers. Okay. All right. What's going on, Demon Eyes? Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We do appreciate it. Smash the like button while you're here. Don't count the Canes out in Carolina. This isn't 2-0 in New York. Very good point. And there's still well over 10 minutes to go in this first and still the second and third period. So a lot of game left to play. There's a shot there. That was deflected, but Shesterkin is able to still make the save. Ben says, no quit, New York Rangers. And says, apparently hummingbirds are well hung. That's good to know. Very good to know. 1:37 to go on the Canes power play. 10:33 to go in the first period. Rangers on power play goals from Adam Fox and Chris Kreider have given the Rangers at the moment the 2-0 lead, which is massive because this game is in Carolina. The Rangers have certainly are not intimidated by this Caniacs crowd tonight. As now D'Angelo now sets up on the power play, gets it over to Aho, now over to Nietzsche, I believe, now to D'Angelo. D'Angelo holds, gets it over, now a slap shot from D'Angelo, and that deflects just wide of the net. Rangers now able to come slowly out of the zone here as Goodrow will just fire it back down behind the Hurricanes net here. Now here comes D'Angelo slowly up back the other way here, looking again, get into the offensive zone. D'Angelo weaving through defenders, chips over to the left side to Teravainen, who wraps it around the boards to the right side. Picked up, now Hurricanes settle. Teravainen, top of the blue line to D'Angelo, over to Nietzsche. Nietzsche fires it, and a great glove save by Shesterkin, and he'll cover. 9:50 to go in the first period, 55 seconds remaining on the Hurricanes power play. Let's see here. So it says, there is a band called the Well Hungarians. Actually saw them in concert. It's a pretty impressive name there, Jeff. How are they, actually? How are they? I can't donate today, but the way you guys stream is priceless. Well, Danny, we still appreciate your support regardless, my friend. Thank you as always. Thank you as always. If the Rangers keep playing this well, then Tampa might want to watch out. Now, honestly, Sean, I don't think it matters because number one, I just don't see either one of these teams being good enough to handle this vaunted Tampa Bay Lightning team. Also, both of these teams, regardless of which one it is going to be banged up going into a series against the Lightning after the Lightning have had over a week to rest up and be ready to go. So I just don't think so. But certainly one of these teams is going to give the Lightning a little bit of trouble. I do believe that. Shannon's going to go 3-2 Canes. Let's go on, Hockey Boy. Good to see you, my friend. He says, I know what I said, but Rangers 4-1. No worries, man. Hockey Boy, you already know. Make sure to smash that like button while you're here. And says Igor. Shannon says no overtime. We'll see. Remember, guys, your favorite Martian comes back June 1st. All right. All right. Shannon says, awesome name. Jeff says, they were great back in my day. Fair enough. By the way, I feel Tampa Bay versus Colorado in the finals, but Tampa sweeps. That would be really kind of disappointing if that ended up being a sweep. Not enough Hungarians in the NHL. Not enough, but maybe the sport will grow over time as the Rangers cleared out of the zone again. Tyler Mott almost was able to take it. Actually, he did take it away. Rangers with a chance to run in, and Mott with a shot, and that one is stick aside by Ranta, as that'll do it for the Hurricanes power play. 0 for 2 now are the Canes on the power play, still down here 2-0 with 8:50 and ticking to go in the first period. Tampa ain't sweeping. I can see, obviously, I see them winning the Stanley Cup, but not in a sweep. As a shot there from the right side goes wide net. Hurricanes keeping some pressure on. Says Papaville Pianos in the chat. He says, you were right. Strangers got the juju going on, ... I mean, this was fairly obvious even just from the first series. I mean, they did come back from down 3-1 against the Penguins. And again, yeah, Louis Domingue was in net, and Sidney Crosby getting hurt in Game 5 was a turning point in that series. But the Penguins had 3 chances to win one game, and they couldn't get it done. And the Rangers rode a wave of momentum and belief. And they still have that here in this second round. There's now a feed over and a nice shot there from Lafreniere, but it just goes wide. Oh, Alexis Lafreniere looking to make it 3-0. Just missed a good opportunity. Hockey Boy says Tampa wins in 7. That I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up having to go 7, because that would be probably the best matchup for the best matchup when it comes to being able to give Tampa some really, really tough goings in the Stanley Cup Finals. Epic Plays says, I just got here and I'm pissed. I can fully understand that. But again, 7.5 minutes still to go in the first, and he still got the second and third period. Still a lot of time to get back in this one. And I've seen the Hurricanes come back numerous times this season. So it's not like they haven't been here before. That sounds more reasonable. Yes, it does. Not going to lie, Stereotypes song and Orphan Tears hit different. All right, I'm not sure of those songs. The one-time shot by Panarin to stop. As now Panarin controls it again. Panarin looking, gets it top of the point to Miller. Now to Zibanejad. Zibanejad in the right corner. Feeds it in front, but it gets blocked. And then Zibanejad gets cross-checked from behind. No penalty. Trouba now fires it back into the Hurricane zone. 7 minutes to go in the first period. Let's see here. Tampa, great, but ain't got a broom to fly on against the Avs. I really don't think that the Stanley Cup Finals will be a sweep regardless of who's playing it. I would be shocked if that was the case. I just hope Edmonton beats the Avs. I can understand that people want to go with Edmonton as the underdogs and everything they got going on. As Trocheck feeds it over. Shot by the Hurricanes. Gets blocked in front. Play says true. Canes are winning. Love that. Love that you still got the belief, Epic Plays. A lot of time left to go. And the offensive zone time is 2:18 to 4:55 in favor of the Hurricanes. So the Hurricanes have had a lot of good chances so far in this one. But again, special teams has been the difference so far. The Rangers are 2 for 2 on the power play, while the Hurricanes are 0 for 2. Not going to lie, Edmonton versus Rangers would be sick. I'm sure Mark Messier and Wayne Gretzky would certainly love to have that matchup. And you have the biggest media market in the world with arguably the best player in the world in Connor McDavid. It's D'Angelo with a shot. That gets saved by Shesterkin. Slavin with a shot as well, but it gets blocked and goes wide in the net. New York versus Colorado. Colorado in 5. I could see that as well. Epic Play says Canes. I knew what you meant. If Avs take care of McDavid, ain't no brooms. Obviously, I think the most likely team at this point in the playoffs to dethrone Tampa Bay would be the Avs, but I still think that that Tampa Bay would be the better team. But then again, the better team doesn't always win. As a sharp angle shot from Stahl is covered by Shesterkin, make that now 13 saves so far in this one. As the Rangers here, with just about 5 minutes to go in the first period, lead it now 2-0 thanks to power play goals from Adam Fox. and Chris Kreider. Jakob, what's going on, man? Good to see you as always, my friend. Hope you're doing well on this Monday evening. We thank you for hanging out with us. Jakob, make sure to also smash the like button while you're here. Demon Eyes says, Canes have been in this position this season many times and have come back. They are relentless at home. They need to get the next goal, and it's on. Demon Eyes, you are 100% on the money with that. That, first and foremost, the Hurricanes have been the comeback Canes many a times this season, so they clearly have been in this position before, and that they're at home is obviously a really good thing, especially when you're down, because then the crowd can really, really get you going, man, can really, really get you going. So the Hurricanes definitely need to get the next goal. They really cannot afford to go down 3-0 at any point in this game. James says, Tampa series goes 7 against Rangers, I feel. I would be a little bit surprised if it went 7, but anything can happen. Avs better team, Tampa better goalie. I mean, I still would disagree with that, Shannon, although I do get where you're coming from. But a goaltender is one of the bigger factors when it comes to winning in the Stanley Cup playoffs. So if Vasilevsky continues to play the way he's been playing, I just can't see any team beating them. Tim Long says, GG. Jakob says, if the Canes were Canadian national team, Rangers should be shaking. Yeah, I know. You look at the Canadian national team during the World Championships these past couple weeks, they came back not once but twice in 2 separate games. Although in the gold medal final against Finland, they did come back but still ended up losing the game, which was certainly unfortunate for them. As we are back to the action here with 5:20 to go in the first. Rangers still up 2-0. Who is the best goalie in the NHL? Right now, to me, it's hands down Andrei Vasilevsky. And I don't think, and I look at it both from regular season and playoffs. Because I know people want to say Igor Shesterkin, but again, Vasilevsky has 2 Stanley Cups to his name and also a Conn Smythe. Schneider with a shot, but he whiffed on it for the Rangers. Brady Schneider getting a lot of playing time as a rookie defenseman. He was the 17th overall pick in the 2020 NHL draft. As now Vinny Vetrano with the puck drops over his advantage, takes a shot. That one is gloved and then covered by Ranta. Jan says, yes, we miss Waugh. Been 20 years. Yes, obviously it's been a long time since Patrick Waugh was playing in the National Hockey League, but certainly one of the greatest goaltenders to ever play. Shannon says Tampa. Okay. Sean says Darcy Kemper. I mean, Darcy Kemper is very solid, but I don't think he's not at the level. Not that I don't think, I certainly believe he is not at the level of Andrei Vasilevsky. He is insane. Which one are we talking about? We're talking about Darcy, we talking about Vasilevsky. Because Vasilevsky certainly is insane. Bennington, obviously he has won a Stanley Cup, but he's got to do some more. He's got to do some more if he wants to get into that upper echelon, that's for sure. What's going on, Colin Smith? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well today. We thank you for hanging out with us. Colin, make sure to smash the like button while you're here. If you like what you see, is that shot is stopped. Backhand try by Lindgren as he was falling down, goes wide of the net. Oh, if Lindgren was able to stay on his feet, he would have had a wide open chance in the slot to possibly make it 3-0. BC Hockey Podcast, in which Dylan and Isha both do. Particularly Dylan is in the chat. What's going on, guys? Good to see you as always. Smash the like button while you're here. WTF Rangers. I know the Rangers have come out firing here in Game 7. By the way, Western Conference Finals Game 1 tomorrow. And then Eastern Conference Finals Game 1 will be on Wednesday. So we're getting right into it. LOL, Darcy Kemper has a .898 save percentage. Yeah, I mean, he has been spectacular, that's for sure. He's been solid enough. Bonkers thus far. It certainly has been. Ben says Vasilevsky has been unreal. Just 3 goals he gave up in those 4 games against the Panthers in round number 2. Darcy is indeed, yeah, he can be very streaky. Now, feed in front there is stopped on a shot by Cobb. Good save by Ranta. And the Hurricanes fired all the way down. Will be enough for an icing. It will. Binner was the best goalie in the playoffs until Kadri took him out. That's always a really tough debate because I still don't think Kadri deliberately hurt him, but Kadri does have that reputation, so I can get it. But there was also no need for the amount of horrible things that were said to Kadri on social media. Regardless, it's just a sport at the end of the day. Kemper isn't bad; he's just not elite. That's exactly how I look at it. LA824, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for the comment. We appreciate it. Make sure to smash the like button while you're here. We appreciate you subscribing. Steve just comes into the zone as he takes a shot, and that one is stopped by the right leg pad of Shesterkin. I said the Rangers would come back and win. They're doing just that. Well, they haven't had to come back in this game, but they've certainly come back in this series after being down 3-2. So I can understand that. Darcy been shit. He has been shitty in some games, but other than that, he's been good enough to help the Avalanche get to the conference finals. Bassey turns into that walrus in series clinching games. Exactly. You know, the walrus from Geico? That's what Vasilevsky is in those high-pressure games in the playoffs. Whether it was international or not, he still took him out, intentional or not. He did. And that was honestly... And Colin, this is where I think you and I would certainly agree. That was the turning point of that series because Binnington was playing very well and giving the Blues a legitimate chance to pull off an upset. And Billy Husso was just too streaky, and that ended up being their demise. Although, if they had scored the goal in Game 6, they would be playing into Game 7, and who knows what would have happened then. Edmonton Smith, when hot is fire. Copy that, Colin. All right. Mike Smith, I've been very critical of Mike Smith because of his age and obviously the lack of consistency, but he has certainly stepped up, although he's had some bad games in which we saw in the Battle of Alberta. But yeah. Tim, by the way, could you please stop spamming G? Because it's very annoying. I don't want to have to I really don't want to have to mute you, but please no spamming. Because otherwise I can't keep up with the comments. Let's go on, Victor. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well today. We thank you for hanging out with us, Victor. First and foremost, thank you for subscribing, but also make sure to leave a like on the stream as well. All of this is much appreciated. Jacob says, Avs in 4 versus Greece. And if Rangers win, then Tampa in 6. That's fair. That's fair. But Avs in 4, that's a pretty bold statement, Jacob, to say Avs in 4. I don't think it's going to go 4. I think that series might actually go the distance. I think both of these teams are very evenly matched. Goaltending might be a little bit of the difference, but other than that, I really do think that that's going to be a great series. Kat says, hi, Kat Connors, my friend. Great to see you as always. Hope you're doing well today. Again, as always, we thank you for hanging out with us. Kat, make sure to leave a like on the stream as well while you are here. What's going on? I believe this is HBF. What's going on, man? Good to see you as always. Hope you're doing well. HBF, make sure to also leave a like on the stream while you are here. Helps out the channel tremendously. I also like this. That Sean said, Jacob with something reasonable for once. And then we get to laugh my ass off. That's true. Kat says, good to see you too. Awesome. Awesome. After 4 laughed my ass off. I'm going to screenshot that. All right. So we're going to hold Jacob to that. McDuck is the only thing saving the Grease. I wouldn't say that because Draisaitl has certainly stepped up, and Evander Kane with 2 hat-trick goals is a cross-crease feed. The stall gets broken up. Good feed from Jesper Fast, but he couldn't cash in. But no, I mean, this certainly has been a little bit deeper of a team than what McDavid and Draisaitl have dealt with in years before. So it's not just McDavid, although McDavid is playing at such a even higher level than we've seen him play before. So that is something that we definitely take into consideration. Shannon says, damn, let's go Avs Lightning in 7. So Shannon's going to go with the Avs and Lightning to win their series in 7. Chris Carter has 14 goals when facing elimination, which is the most in Rangers history. It's a shot by Shea is stopped. Rebound try. Scramble in the crease, and it goes to the left corner. Shesterkin tried to cover, but the Hurricanes whacked at it, were able to free it, couldn't cash in. Now Hurricanes with a shot. That one gets blocked in front. Hurricanes keeping it in. Aho tries to tuck it on the left side. And Shesterkin, he's diving on his back and somehow makes the save. Igor Shesterkin continuing to be strong in net. 1:30 to go in the first. Rangers still up here 2-0. Tampa did good versus Boston and beat them 7-1 in the Mini Stick Hockey League. Very cool, my friend. Very cool indeed. What's going on, Leah? Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. Leah, make sure to smash that like button while you're here. We do appreciate it. I hate the Oilers. I can understand that. Not a lot of people like the Oilers. Jakob says, NHL games are so filled with ads and the ice must be so clean you could drink it when it melts. Yes, and yes, Jakob. I can agree with both of those. Igor Shesterkin, 17 saves already here, and we still have a minute 28 to go in the first. As now Lafreniere tries to chip it into the zone and gets whacked down with a high stick. McDavid's going to shred the Avs defense just like he did the Flames. I could certainly see that because he's just playing at a level that has been unbelievably difficult to stop from anybody. Kat says, Avs win it all. I hope. So she's hoping that the Avs are able to win it all. Shannon says, neither one of these teams going to win against the Lightning. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I just don't see one of these teams being good enough. But again, it's not the better team doesn't always win. So anything can happen. Hockey is a magical, unpredictable sport. You do not know what can happen. So, we could have an upset. It's happened before. John says, Igor is insane. He is playing phenomenal right now. New York Rangers wins when being outshot. They won 31 in the regular season, which was mostly NHL, and they've also won 5 already in these playoffs, which is also most of any team. So they could make it 6 tonight since they're already being outshot 17-10. We got 45 seconds to go in the first. Both teams looking for maybe one last chance here to get a goal. Martinook leaves it over. Pesce waits, tries to feed in front, hits the back of the net, but not in. Trouba fires it around the boards, and I think it deflected out of play. Might not be I don't believe it's a delay of game. Shannon says, hey, Canada, but you got the Avs. Yeah. But again, if you're just a Canadian fan, unless you really hate the Oilers, you kind of want the Oilers to win because obviously we're trying to see if we'll get our first Stanley Cup winner in Canada since 1990. Why am I blanking on 1993? No. Yeah, 93. Yeah, 93. Why was I doubting myself? I usually know this stuff. Leah says New York is probably winning. They're looking good so far. 20 seconds to go in the first, up 2-0. Vasilevsky and Igor shaking hands. That would be interesting, as you would certainly get probably the most intriguing goaltending matchup if you get Rangers Lightning. 8 seconds to go here in the first. Niederreiter tries to take a backhand. It goes wide. 3 seconds to go in the period in the left corner, and that will do it for the first period of play. So the Rangers on the road come in with a lot of belief and definitely not intimidated by this Hurricanes crowd. And thanks to power play goals from Adam Fox and Chris Kreider, they have the 2-0 lead after 20 minutes of play. So as always, guys, what do you think so far of this game? You got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from the Blue Shirts. But Hurricanes, they still got 40 minutes left in this one. You got to find a way to get the next goal, because if it gets to 3-0, it might be too much to come back from, but we shall see. So do you think that the Rangers will go deep just with the goaltender? They've gone pretty far so far with the way that Shesterkin has played at least the last couple of games. But I think at some point that run is going to end, but you never know. You never know. I miss the New York Islanders, but the Mets are amazing. Amazing. Take out the G and you just put amazing. Yeah, the Mets have certainly been one of the biggest talks of the baseball season. I think it's exciting if you're from the New York metropolitan area that 2 of the top teams in baseball are both the Mets and Yankees. Could we get a Subway Series this year? Only time will tell. But Kat, I feel the same way with the Devils. I do miss, it's been now well over a month since the Devils last played a game. And obviously I'm just looking forward, as I always am, to next season and hopefully for bigger and better things. Jarvis not looking good. Yeah, it looked like he got hurt earlier in the period, Ben, so I'm not sure exactly what he's dealing with, and we'll see if that becomes a factor. No one had the Oilers beating the Flames. Did that still being debated? Shake my head. I didn't have the Oilers. I didn't have the Oilers beating the Kings. I had the Kings winning at 7. So I didn't have them even getting that far. So they certainly have shut me up at a lot of people, and we'll see how they do in the Western Conference Finals. Hurricanes fans looking hella disappointed. I mean, wouldn't you be if you're down 2-0 after one period in Game 7 at home? I would. Who is your favorite NHL player? It's a very good question, Leah, because I've had this question asked to me a couple of times. But I would probably say, this is really tough. This is really tough because there's a lot of really good players out there. But I'm going to go with Nikolai Ehlers of the Winnipeg Jets. I'm going to go with Ehlers. That's my favorite. I love his two-way game, his speed, his goal-scoring ability. I think he just has almost like the perfect package of a player. And I think he's also one of the most underrated players in the NHL. Love Canadian fans just saying. That's true. It is indeed 2-0. Shots on goal. Shots on goal in that period were 17-10 in favor of the Hurricanes. So Rangers getting outshot, but winning the game. Let's go Mets. We get 2 games apiece with the Yanks. I already got tickets for the first one. Love that you get a chance to go to see the Subway Series in the regular season, Danny. It's awesome. Cat says, how's my dad? My dad is doing just fine. As he's, I think he fell asleep on his chair, but he's doing well. Guys, you're going to get put in timeout. Yeah, Victor, guys, please don't spam like that. Please, I really don't want to time out people, but please don't do so. Because again, I'm having trouble keeping up with the comments if you guys do that. Jan says, you say Devils, I think Claude Lemieux. Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing. You might be one of the few people that would say Claude Lemieux when you first think of the Devils, but yeah, one of the clutchest players to ever play the game. Obviously, one of the dirtiest players as well. He wasn't like that as much when he was with the Devils, but certainly when he was in Colorado, it was pretty bad. But yeah, he was definitely, Claude Lemieux really, one of the big difference makers in the 1995 Stanley Cup Finals to help the Devils shockingly sweep the Red Wings. And also he helped us win the Cup in 2000 as well. Leah says, go Rangers. Shannon says her favorite player all the time is Peter Forsberg. Nice. NBA, go Boston. Cats cheering for the Boston Celtics. Yes, we get Celtics Warriors, which I'm sure the NBA is thrilled about. So there's that. So I guess we'll see what happens. I don't know when. I think game 1 of that series is on Thursday, I believe. But again, Western Conference Finals game 1, Oilers versus Avs will be tomorrow night. And then game 1, Lightning versus either Rangers or Hurricanes will be on Wednesday. Stay tuned for that. What's going on, Lee? Thank you so much for hanging out with us as always. We do appreciate it. Lee, while you're here, as he says hello again from Grand Prairie, Alberta, Canada. Lee, as always, man, make sure to punch that like button. We do appreciate it, but good to see you, man. Good to see you indeed. Danny says, my fave player all time is Stefan Richer. Definitely another major contributor to the Devils' 1995 Stanley Cup team. Love it. So, now that we have a little bit of time on our hands, we're going to step aside for the first time tonight to get our first word of the evening from our sponsors.
All right, teams, time to bet NFL games. Confidence.
I'm feeling a parlay with more legs than a spider.
So 9 legs?
Roll the dice, baby.
Indecision?
We pick one home favorite. I abstain.
You can't abstain.
Boring. 6-leg parlay, 2 home dogs, all hitting the over. Boom!
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and feel the NFL action like never before.
So a big thank you and shout out to our sponsors and our great friends over at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring this live watch along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. And guys, I've mentioned it before, but I'm going to mention it again. With now the NBA playoffs, we're into the NBA finals. We're down to the last 2 teams. And with the Stanley Cup playoffs reaching the conference finals starting tomorrow, DraftKings is giving you more and more major opportunities to get huge cash prizes. So if you want to get a little bit of that dough, especially with the summer just around the corner, today being Memorial Day, go to DraftKings right now, sign up, use our promo code, which you can see right here, THPN, and as always, tell them Neil Villapiano sent you. So welcome everybody here to the first intermission report of Game 7 between the Rangers and Hurricanes after 20 minutes of play. It's the visiting New York Rangers, thanks to power play goals from Adam Fox and Chris Kreider, who have the 2-0 lead. And again, I mentioned this just as the period was ending, but the Rangers are 5-0 this postseason when being outshot. So if this keeps going the way it's going, the Rangers look to go to 6-0. Rangers are also 10-6 all time in Game 7s, with already winning a Game 7 this playoffs. So they're looking for a second one here. And the Hurricanes have won 6 Game 7s in a row, which is tied for the most consecutively all time. So if they do come back and win, Hurricanes will set a new playoff record. So as always, guys, let me know what you guys think so far, because this has been, it might be a surprise to some of you guys, but it is not a surprise to me with how this game is unfolded so far. Folded? I don't know why I said folded. It's not. Leah says, what state are you from? Leah, I am from the Garden State of New Jersey, to answer your question. RJ says, tomorrow, Game 1, Western Conference Finals, Edmonton Oilers versus Colorado Avalanche at 8 p.m. on TNT. Thank you, Neil, for putting him in timeout. Again, guys, I do love all of you guys. I love interacting with you. It's just, if you guys are going to spam like that, I'm going to have to do that. Because again, I'm trying to keep up with all the comments. Gene Bennett, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Gene, make sure to smash that like button while you're here. He says, what's up, peeps? Had to handle some fam stuff. Hopefully everything is okay with you, Gene. How's the game looking? 2-0 Rangers after 20 minutes of play. Yeah, get the cheers in, LOL. Let's see here. Who do you want to win Game 7? As a New Jersey Devils fan who despises the New York Rangers, particularly their fans, and again, it's not all of them. It's a decent amount, though. I would want the Hurricanes to come back and win, but I did have the Rangers winning this game. The Hurricanes are hurricaning this game. Yeah, they're turning it more into a tornado, really, with how things are spiraling out of control. Jacob, with an NBA Finals prediction, Golden State Warriors in 6. I can see that. I also went with Golden State in 6. Bro, the NBA Finals should have had the Heat. That's facts. Even my brother would agree with that. Should have been. No excuse for the Heat not to win Game 7 in Miami. I mean, that was bad. That was bad. Does your dad miss the Nets? No, not really. Not right now. Because again, it's been kind of early. He's more into baseball mode now, I would say. He doesn't really miss things per se. It's more of just he'll be more looking forward to it once we get into basketball season again. I really want Tampa Rangers EFC. Well, it's looking pretty good after 20 minutes of play. I personally don't want that, but it would still be a pretty entertaining series. My favorite NBA team is the Heat. My second is the Nets. Very interesting, Colin. I like it. Neil, you still haven't guessed the first NHL game I've seen. Oh, we're still on this. I forgot. I'm sorry. You ever seen in person? I don't know. Was it like Rangers versus Penguins? That's my guess. He got screwed. I don't think they necessarily got screwed. I mean, Scott Foster did kind of like do his Scott Foster thing, but, they still could have won the game regardless. I hope the Blues don't lose David Perron. He's a UFA. Ooh, David Perron's a UFA. You don't say. I think he ends up staying in St. Louis. I don't know why it would. We need an elite defenseman or a really good defenseman. I think you need more of a good defenseman. And you also got to try to keep Ville Husso, I think. Whatever team Barry Trotz goes to, he's going to end up taking that team to the Western Conference Finals or Eastern Conference Finals next season. Wouldn't be surprised. Boston does have a good team. Someone like Jacob Chikrin, but that asking price is ridiculous. That is going to be ridiculous. What they're at, 3 first-round picks? Jacob Chikrin is not worth 3 first-round picks. Exactly, Colin. I agree. Sean says he's going to go take a shower. I hope the Blues get better in the offseason. I say that with the Devils. Gene says, call me Johnny, bro. Please. All right, Johnny B. All teams weak. Marlins Vegas wants New York. Okay. Chances markets. All teams weak markets. Vegas wants New York. I wouldn't be surprised if you get that. By the way, I just got an update here. It says out for the game, and he's with an upper. So that hit he sustained against Jacob Trouba back in the first is going to knock him out. So the Hurricanes will be shorthanded for the remainder of this game. What's going on, Liam Walt? Thank you so much for saying hi. We do appreciate it, Liam. Make sure to also hit the like button while you're here. Chances, sorry, no worries. Pretty regular. You are indeed. I see a New York picture. That's more of just the logo from my old TV show that I used to do down in South Jersey, but I am from New Jersey. Be strange to a Boston Celtics fan. I'm sure you're looking forward to the finals. Rangers in Tampa is going to be a hell of a series. It will be. It will be, Johnny. Oilers fan, no dog in the fight. Just here for some good hockey. Well, you'll certainly be excited for the Western Conference Finals starting tomorrow, Lee, I'm sure. The Mets are winning 12-3 over the Nats right now. Let's go. Mets certainly on their way to another impressive / dominant victory against an NL East foe. Man, Oilers going to be a force, but they don't get past the Avs. They may not. In the NBA Finals, I'm going with the Warriors over the Celtics. 1, hate the Celtics. 2, hate Boston fans. 3, Boston doesn't need another championship. Their fans has been spoiled. All very good reasons to now. Vegas probably won't make many moves the offseason, but maybe trade for a good backup goalie and keeping Panda and Logan Thompson. Yeah, Vegas doesn't have a lot of wiggle room to make a whole lot of moves, so we'll see. Awesome they made it this far after all the mismanagement. It's quite impressive. Nelson's Mets killing the Nationals right now. They are indeed. I've never been to an NHL game in person, but I wish. But like I said, my guess for you, Jakob, is going to be Penguins versus Rangers' his first game ever saw. That's just going to be my guess. But we are just about 3 minutes away from the start of the second period. So before we get to the start of the second period, we're going to get another quick word from our sponsors.
All right, team, time to bet NFL games. Confidence.
I'm feeling a parlay with more legs than a spider.
So 9 legs.
Roll the dice, baby.
Indecision.
We pick one home favorite. I abstain.
You can't abstain.
Boring. 6-leg parlay, 2 home dogs, all hitting the over. Fuck!
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and feel the NFL action like never before.
So we are just about ready to get underway here in the second period. Rangers, thanks to power play goals from Adam Fox and Chris Kreider, have the 2-0 lead on the road here in Game 7 heading into the second period. So obviously for the Hurricanes, it is important for them to get the next goal and to get back in this one, because once you get the crowd back into it, it really, really will help the Hurricanes get going that much more. But if the Rangers get the next goal, it really is going to be that much more of a difficult hill to climb. So the next goal to me is going to be super, super important regardless of which team scores. So we shall see here. We'll see here. What's your favorite hockey team? My favorite hockey team, hands down, is the New Jersey Devils. Liam thinks the Celtics will sweep the Warriors. That would be shocking. They said the same thing about Calgary. That is true. Let's see here. Maybe could see the Pred Sharks season opener if tickets last. Yeah, aren't they playing overseas this year? On IG, you have not been posting about sports. I miss it. Yeah, no, I've just been more kind of like out and about a lot more, and I try to take breaks from social media because it can get overwhelming at times. So there are just times where I just kind of like don't really want to post anything or don't even really want to go on social media. So I hope everybody understands that. But anyway, back to the action here. We are now underway in the second period. Again, Rangers heading into the period up 2-0. And again, you're just tuning in as well. Seth Jarvis, who sustained a upper body injury on a hit from Jacob Trouba, has been ruled out for the rest of game number 7. So that is a pretty big loss from such a young, talented goal scorer for the Hurricanes. So now already down 2-0, they lose a key player on their offense. So we'll see how they respond to that. If nobody has ever been to a live NHL game, it's hella awesome. I will say, since I live in New York metro area, I've been to 2 Devils games, 1 of those games, 0 Rangers game yet. Yeah, honestly, going to a hockey game live is way better than even watching it on TV. It's honestly one of the best sports to see live. I agree with that. I would say that wholeheartedly. Ian says that is the first year overseas NHL this next season. Well, no, they've been overseas before. It's just the first time in about 2 years that they feel safe enough, with COVID and everything, that they can go over there. So I'm sure the NHL and fans over in Europe are super, super excited to see NHL hockey being back there. Teams leading by multiple goals in Game 7 are 124-13 all-time. In game, last multi-goal comeback in a Game 7 was Sharks Vegas Golden Knights, which was Game 7 back in 2019, in which the Sharks were down 3-0 in the third period, came back, took a 4-3 lead, then the Golden Knights tied it, but then Barclay Goodrow, who's on the Rangers, scored the game-winning goal in overtime to win Game 7 for the Sharks after they were down 3-1 in the series. So that was pretty wild. And they knocked out none other than now Rangers head coach Gerard Gallant when he was the head coach of the Golden Knights. Jan says, copy that. Let's hockey. Let's hockey indeed. Tony DeAngelo has 1 point in this series, which was an assist. He had a total of 8 points, a goal, and 7 assists in the first round series against Boston. So maybe playing against his former team and all the hype and drama around it and the fans and everything, maybe it's just gotten to him. Maybe it's just gotten to him a tad bit. Kat says she misses the NFL. It will be back sooner than you think. Janet says, unfortunately, when you go to a hockey game, all the girls dress up. I wouldn't necessarily say that. I swear to God, we don't talk about that game anymore. Well, I just had to mention it because it was on the screen. I don't know what you say. There's a shot there by the Rangers, just stopped by Ronta. Vetrano keeping it in now. Vetrano behind the net. Giving some good pressure right now. Rangers fake the slap shot. I'll wrap it around the boards again. Gets it over to Zibanejad. He backhands it the other way. Kreider behind the net now. Chris Kreider waits. Comes out to the left side. Backhands it. It gets blocked in front. Rangers still are able to keep it in. Keandre Miller wraps it around. Zibanejad lets it go and allows Lafreniere to backhand it around the other way before Brady Shea is finally able to get it and chip it out of the zone. Long lead pass here and a backhand try by Niederreiter. It's stopped and covered by Shesterkin. And we got some pushing and shoving after the whistle here as we are 2:20 into the second period. Again, still 2-0 Rangers. Liam Wolf says, I'm sick. Literally sick or sick because of the game, Liam? Which one? I'm just trying to understand from you, my friend. But a nice long feed from Brady Shea to Nino Niederreiter. And then Niederreiter, who is a lefty shooter, had to go on his backhand on that one. And Shesterkin, that puck just went right into his breadbasket and he was able to make a save. Liam says he's literally sick. Well, Liam, I really hope that you feel better, my friend. And, make sure you can do everything you can to get better. And we're all here for you. And again, we do appreciate you hanging out with us, even if you're not feeling 100%. Puck comes back out to center ice. Now the Rangers slowly coming into the offensive zone. Lafreniere tries to make a pass, but it was getting blocked. Now here comes Nietzsche into the offensive zone, drops it over, and the stick comes up, hits Smith. Is that going to be a penalty? Don't see a ref waving his arm right now. Sharp angle try by Brendan Smith goes wide. Hurricanes keeping the puck in the zone right now. There it comes again. Backhands at top of the point. Ian Cole with a drive, and that one gets blocked. It goes wide to the left side. Still no, I believe there was no penalty call there, no delayed penalty. Martin now in the left face-off circle, using the body, he's able to keep it, gets over to Cole. He takes a shot, and that one is sticked aside by Shesterkin. Rangers trying to chip it out of the zone. They finally get it out. Philip Hedl going one-on-one. He gets around one defender. Backhand. That one is stopped by Ronta, and then the rebound try is no good, or at least couldn't be controlled by Lafreniere. So no penalty there against the Rangers as a stick came up and hit Smith in the face, but I guess the refs did not decide to call penalty. Icing here against the Rangers, 16:27 to go in the second period. Rangers still up 2-0. I was being sarcastic. At a hot game, people dress up like a musical. Fair enough. I know here in the area, I know the Rangers have one championship in how many years? They have had one since 1940, but other teams have won more than them. Islanders, Devils, Giants, Yankees, Mets, Knicks, Nets, 2 ABA titles. Yeah, it's hard to wonder if it's more if you count those, but it is championships. We're getting a tripping call here against Andrei Svechnikov. So he tripped up Goodrow. So Svechnikov goes to the box. And with 16:18 to go in the second, the Rangers, who are 2 for 2 on the power play, now with an opportunity to get their third power play goal. And more importantly here, grab the 3-0 lead. Big moment coming up here. Best hockey seats are on the side of the rink and in the lower nosebleed area without being against the glass. Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of arenas where there's not a bad seat in the house, but definitely those areas are the best. Rangers, as I mentioned, 2 for 2 in the power play as they have taken just 3 shots on those 2 power plays. I'm going to add the Jets because they only won 1 Super Bowl title. You are correct. Which player got the coolest name? Is this a trivia question or more of an opinion question, Jakob? Because I would say it used to be Shaitan or Satan. When he was here, it's just a shame he never played for the Devils. Let's see here. Maybe the movie Slapshot will be turned into a musical. I don't know how they would make a musical for the movie Slapshot. It'd be hilarious, though. Chris Kreider has 26 power play goals in the regular season, which is third most since 93-94. He has 2 power play goals in the playoffs, with one of them being tonight. Here comes Kreider, as he just mentioned. Tries to make a pass, gets chipped out of the zone. Shannon says, are we having fun? I'm certainly having fun. I hope you guys are as well. And Play says, I just dropped a new vid. Maybe at intermission, could you watch it? I will try to take a look at it when I get the chance, Epic Plays. Neil, you was asking my question until the penalty. Please continue asking my question. Nell says, I know here, I finished this one with Nets 2 ABA titles. I don't know if we count those as like, I don't want to say legitimate championships because they're not NBA, but obviously with Dr. J back in the day, really kind of put the Nets on the map as one of the more dominant teams in the ABA. They had the old red, white, and blue basketball and everything like that. So I guess you could kind of count them in that as well, but the Nets have still yet to win an NBA championship. Shannon says F the NFL, and then we also get F the NFL from Jacob. NFL is boring. That's why you watch the USFL right now for this spring league, because it's been way more entertaining, despite the kicking games. Jacob says ABA titles don't count. Again, I think it's all just up for preference. What do people think that ABA counts or that it doesn't? That's kind of a question that you can't really say. But when people say, how many championships have the Nets won? Usually people will say 0 because they haven't won an NBA title. As Slavin clears it down into the Rangers zone. 20 seconds to go on the power play here for the Rangers. 14:35 remaining in the second period. Rangers still up 2-0. Trouba over to Philip Hedl. Hedl will fire around the boards and into the Hurricane zone. Hurricanes are able to get it out once again, as that will do it for the Ranger power play. So they don't score on this one. They still have the 2-0 lead. 14:17 to go in the second. Johnny says it's too long now. When can I watch a good hockey game in 2 hours? This game, this has been a good game so far. Only 2-0. And it's been pretty, the Hurricanes have had a lot of good chances. Shesterkin just has made some really good saves. Colin says Neil is a legend. Thank you, Colin. I appreciate it. Jakob says, oh yeah, Shaitan is cool. He's now the president of Slovakian Hockey Association. And Yakdo, you mean Sebastian Aho and Sebastian Aho. It is funny how there's two Sebastian Ahos in the NHL. Here come the Rangers. Reeves with a shot. Gets blocked wide. Barclay Goodrow behind the net right now. Fourth line again on for the Rangers. Here comes Reeves. Reeves chips it around. He whiffed on a pass. Rangers keep it is Tyler Mott with a turnaround shot that is gloved down by Ranta. 13:23 to go in the second. Rangers still up 2-0 here in Game 7 over the Hurricanes. ABA is like AAA in my head. Well, you don't really count it anymore because the ABA hasn't existed for a very, very long time. So, but you did get some of the NBA teams that we have now, like the San Antonio Spurs, the Nuggets, the Nets. There was some good contributions from the ABA. Shannon says, if you're watching this, you know that the NBA and NFL suck. Colin says Ryan Reeves is good. Where's Barclay Goodrow? He's on the same line as Ryan Reeves on that fourth line, so he is playing. Jan says, baseball, D1 football. AAA baseball, D1 football. All right. Colin says, is he injured or something? No, he's playing. He actually just drew a penalty earlier in this period, but no, he's fine. Johnny says, yeah, I'm out, guys. See you tomorrow for the Avs game. Have a good night, guys. Gonna go fry up some prime rib. Johnny, thank you so much, as always, for hanging out with us, man. Before you go, make sure to leave a like on the stream. And we thank you so much for hanging out with us. Jacob says, why was Finland playing soccer last night? Maybe it was a friendly. I'm not sure. I am not sure at all. Barclay Goodrow is a good fourth liner. Yeah, he was I don't know if he was a fourth liner for San Jose. I think he was more of a third liner, but he's always been a very solid player. And I still question the 6-year contract that he got from the Rangers, but he was also really good. He was part of that big line with Blake Coleman and Yanni Gourde when the Lightning won back-to-back Stanley Cups. So obviously he has had a lot of success in his young career. Just got home from work, John Swain says, what did I miss? You have only missed 2 power play goals back in the first from Adam Fox and Chris Kreider, which have given the Rangers the lead they still have right now at 2-0. But John, thank you for hanging out with us and subscribing. Make sure to leave a like on the stream as well. Was he a healthy scratch for a while? I haven't seen him in the last. Yeah, he's been a healthy scratch. I don't know if he played in Game 6, but this is the first I've seen him in this series. So yeah, he has been a healthy scratch for a good amount of time. I remember the Spirit of St. Louis, but forgot anything about them. Yeah, they were another one of the ABA teams. As it looks like we're getting another penalty here. And again, it's against the Hurricanes as Ryan Lindgren is down and is slow to get up. So he is definitely dealing with an injury. He has been injured throughout most of these playoffs as he's been in and out of the lineup, and he's struggling to really get up right now. Got my boss man in the chat. What's going on, man? Good to see you as always. Hope you're doing well. As Carolina got me fucked up. $150 gone. Ugh. Well, there's still a lot of time left to go in this game, so it's not over yet. All right, I changed my mind about the Nets. They never won an NBA title, never had won a major title except for 2 ABA titles, Donnell says. Okay. So we can all agree with that. Reeves, Goodrow, Sammy Blais is an elite fourth line. Well, Sammy Blais hasn't been playing, but that's why they got Tyler Ahmad, who's actually been pretty good as well. Lindgren cannot put any weight on that left foot, so he is definitely going to the locker room, and I'm pretty positive he won't return, but we'll see. But I believe the Rangers are indeed going to a power play. As Gerard Gallant yelling at the ref right now, it's going to be a hooking call here, and we'll see who it's on. International soccer teams play friendlies at this period to tune up for the World Cup. John Lee left a like, thank you. My least favorite team in baseball is the Rockies. Interesting. There will be Jack Hughes and Jack Hughes soon also. Yeah, we'll see. And it'd be funny if Jack Hughes ends up also on the Devils. It's actually a penalty against the Rangers for 2 minutes for hooking. Not sure exactly who it was on, and I think that's why Gerard Gallant was arguing. But now the Hurricanes, with their third power play of the night here, with an opportunity to see if they can get back in this one. Jen says you hate the Rockies more than the Raiders? Well, that's two different sports. People calling PK Subban PK Sluban, but he's not a dirty player. He's always been like an annoying player to a lot of players in the NHL. Colin, he's kind of had that reputation, but I don't think he is a dirty player either. As Nietzsche gets it, slap shot by D'Angelo, and that one is blocked in front, and the Rangers' Andrew Kopp clears it out of the zone. 1:25 to go on the Carolina power play, 12:18 to go in the second period. Raiders are indeed a football team, the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, again, the Rangers are able to clear it out of the zone. So far, been a good penalty kill for the Rangers, looking to try to go 3 for 3 tonight. D'Angelo will have the puck behind his own net, and he'll start it up here. 1 minute to go on the Carolina power play here. There comes Aho, gets it over to the left side. Teravainen being pinned along the boards, and Zibanejad's able to chip it out of the zone again. So the Hurricanes struggling to just get anything on net right now. They're struggling just to set it up. The racist Tony D'Angelo as Trocheck feeds it over. Tries to feed over again. Pass didn't connect. Gets it over to Kotkaniemi. Takes a shot. Great diving block by Goodrow. But the Hurricanes keep it in though. Kotkaniemi sets it up. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Domi fires it. And that one just goes wide. And it'll go all the way back out of the zone again. Favorite football team for Colin is the 49ers. We won Super Bowl 54. History does not agree with that. Danny says, hey guys, good night. I have to wake up early for work, but it's been a blast. Let's go, Carolina, LOL. Danny, as always, my friend, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Make sure to smash the like button before you go, and we'll see you in the next live watch along. Jan says, go Niners. Probably the Chiefs or Seahawks, all right? Power play is over for the Hurricanes. They are 10 for their last 97 on the power play, and they are 1 for 17 in this series. So the power play has not been an advantage to the Hurricanes. We got Bitty Oilers. What's going on, my friend? Thank you so much for subscribing. We do appreciate it. Make sure to also smash the like button while you're here. He says, greetings from Texas. So we got some Texas represent in the chat. Thank you so much, my friend, for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. Carolina Panthers, LOL. Go Niners. Let's win 6 Super Bowls. Obviously, the next one will be their 6th. I do not like the Rockies because the altitude inflates the game there. I mean, that's not the greatest reason to dislike a team, but I can understand it. As Pesci with a shot that's easily patted aside by Shesterkin. Jesper Foss now controls it for Carolina. Bitty Oilers says, let's go. My ex-team, New York Rangers. Your ex-team. So as you used to be a Rangers fan and now you're not? Interesting. Now, backhand try by Zibanejad gets blocked. Definitely on Seahawks 12. Man, my ass. Giants is my second favorite team. I like their colors. Talk about the baseball giants or the football giants. I've won as many World Series as the Rockies. I think we all have. 9.5 minutes to go in the second period. Rangers still up 2-0 here, being outshot 20-16. Bitty Oil says yes. Okay, so your former favorite team was the Rangers. Interesting, Bitty Oil. How'd you become a Rangers fan and why did you change? Football giants. F the baseball giants. Love it. Bitty Oil says relocated from New York to Texas. Okay, interesting. Well, what made you become an Oilers fan? Because you went from the Rangers, because you went from New York to Texas, but you were a Rangers fan, then became an Oilers fan. Let me know. It's interesting. Jakob says, well, Devils have already shown that they tend to draft guys with the name Hughes. Yes, they have. You know how pissed they have to be at Canucks for spoiling the complete collection? Well, to be fair, Quinn Hughes was the first of the Hughes to get into the NHL, so the Devils can't be that pissed. But I would love to see Quinn Hughes come to the Devils at some point, and we have all three guys playing on the same team. I think that would be pretty interesting. Colin says, Cardinals is the best NL team. What do you mean, like in history? You could probably make an argument. Green Bay need receivers for Aaron Rodgers. Unless the Packers decide that they just want to freaking, just have Rodgers just try to carry the team. As long as the Rockies play in Denver, they will never win a World Series. Maybe they won't. Texas makes sense. A lot of oil in Texas. It's true. Oilers say, my girlfriend converted me into an Oilers fan. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, actually. I like that. It's a pretty good reason in terms of rings. James just drills some bitty. All right. In that case, second best AL team, LOL. All right. But, we're more than halfway through this second period. Both teams have had a chance on the power play, but they have not cashed in. Goaltenders continuing to be strong, and Ned Shesterkin has stopped all 20 shots he has faced so far against the Hurricanes, while Ranta has stopped 14 of 16. And again, as we previously mentioned, the Hurricanes are right now 7-0 in these playoffs at home, though they have lost all 6 games they've played on the road. So this is the first type of adversity that the Hurricanes have faced in these playoffs. So again, the winner of this game matches up with the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Eastern Conference Finals. Again, game 1 of that series will be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Can YouTube ban my channel? Because I want them to. It's for the best, JK. I mean, I don't know how easy or hard it is to get your channel banned. I've seen videos get dropped down or get demonetized, but I don't know how you get banned necessarily, but I wouldn't recommend it. And I know you're just scoring around, but I wouldn't recommend it. Game back underway here, 8:45 to go in the second period. Honestly, I know that even if it's still 2-0 going into the third, the Hurricanes definitely got to find a way to get at least one goal back in this period. Chris Kreider in his career is 6-1 in Game 7s, 2 shy of the most wins in NHL history. So it'll make it 1. He'll be 1 away if he's able to help the Rangers win Game 7 tonight. As here come the Hurricanes slowly the other way. They'll chip it into the Rangers zone. Shannon says, my girlfriend turned me into Kool-Aid. Oh, yeah. Bitty Oiler says she's a Filipina Canadian. Interesting. My girlfriend is an Avalanche fan. She's from Colorado, but we live in the great state of California. Awesome. And Colin, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're a Blues fan, right? If I remember correctly. And she's definitely a keeper. Epic Plays once THPN banned. I remember, and I know you're joking, but I remember there was that one account that always kept saying that, I wanted to get banned. It was actually hilarious. Bilo says, why? Okay. She's a Filipina hood monster? That's not nice. Let's go on, Emoy. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well, Emoy. I know you are looking forward to for the Western Conference Finals starting tomorrow. Also, by the way, guys, Emoy, as you could see by his name being in green and everything and having the S next to him, it's because he's an exclusive member of the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. You just got to click the join button, follow the instructions, and you can become an exclusive member as well. You'll get your comments definitely looked at, and you also get custom emojis that you could share here on the channel as well. Everybody says, what will you do if I spam the chat? I will put you in timeout, which I've done before. I've already done twice today. Back in 6th grade, I got bad grades. I was in love with my tutor. She was a cougar. Colin, that is like the 5th time that you have posted that, my friend. Is this 7 games? Yes, this is game 7 of this series. My favorite team is the Blues. All right, cool. So obviously you and your girlfriend were definitely battling it out in round number 2 with Avs and Blues. That was a great series. Let's go on to Emoy. Let's go on, John. Thank you so much for the comment, my friend. We do appreciate it. John, make sure to smash a like button. Smash the like button while you're here. It says streaming channel. We do live watch-alongs of every game in the playoffs, my friend. So yes, is the Rangers just trying to chip it out of the zone? Chances are like she's Argentinian. All right. No. Yes. Sure. 3 timeouts equal ban from THPN. I really don't want to ban people, but sometimes you have to, unfortunately. Colin says, Alex Pietrangelo has been a pylon on the blue line. He had a terrible year. You can ask Jacob that question if he agrees with that. So we're going to stoppage and play here with 6:19 to go in the second period. Rangers still with the 2-0 lead. Habs fan for life. What's going on, my friend? Thank you so much for hanging out with us and subscribing. We do appreciate it. And it says, first team in the chat. I like it. Subscribe. Habs fan for life. We appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. We appreciate you hanging out with us. As Ryan Lindgren looks like he is back on the ice after he was helped off the ice earlier in this period. So it looks to be okay, or at least okay enough to keep playing. She's a Broncos fan. I just tell her 55-10 because the 49ers beat the Broncos 55-10 in the Super Bowl. It's true. The Broncos definitely have some high hopes with Russell Wilson now as their quarterback, so we'll see how they fare. An Oil fan proposed to his girlfriend. She's a Flames fan. Whew, that must have been fun. Give New York fans a timeout, please. Interesting. No, Alex had a great year, just didn't put up a lot of points, but was good on the D-line. Yeah, I mean, sometimes with defensemen, they may not have a good year from like an offensive standpoint, but they could obviously be beneficial on other facets. I might time. All right. Neil's probably banging babes left and right center. I am not calling. I wish that was true. Broncos QB Sussel Wilson. Yeah, he is. He can be sus. And she said yes to the ring. Was that in Edmonton, Biddy, or was that in Calgary when that happened? Let me know. Hey, Colin, feel bad because the Broncos were real. And Shannon says, Avs, Petro's numbers were so bad this year. Numbers-wise, you could make that argument, but if you want to look at it from a defensive standpoint, he was probably a lot better. Rangers chip it back into the zone. Lafreniere tries to get around Brady Shea. He does. Lafreniere behind the net right now, fighting with Brady Shea. Goes back to the left side, gets the puck knocked off him. Brady Shea is able to backhand it. Can he get out of the zone? Just able to get it out. Good job there again by Alexis Lafreniere, who hasn't had a lot of points, but he's always been in the middle of everything, certainly in this series. 5 minutes to go here in this second period. Capo Caco fighting here to keep the puck in. He wraps it around the boards, just out of the reach of Hito, but Schneider keeps it in. Now Capo Caco on the left corner here. He's fighting along here with a Ranger, with a Hurricane player. Miller now over, gets it to Zibanejad. He takes a shot. That one is blocked in front. Capo Caco over the left side, top of the point to Schneider. He takes a shot. That one is stopped by Ranta. There's a scramble in the crease for a moment. Rangers keep it in. Zibanejad tried to whack it out in midair, but he couldn't, and now Ranta's hurt. Uh-oh. Antti Ranta is down, and he is not getting up. I don't know what's going on. He is holding his right side somewhere, so this could be a big moment here, as now Ranta is down, and he's not getting up. This happened in Edmonton. Oh, that must have been hilarious. I wish we re-signed Petro. Nope. Didn't happen. Broncos were real. What's that mean? I don't know. Tuesday, yes, tomorrow. First battle, McDavid versus McCarrs. They go to commercial break here. What are the goalies doing today? I don't know. But Antti Ranta is holding, he was kind of holding like his right side. You guys can't really see the way I'm, actually, let me try it this way. He was kind of holding like his right side like this. I guess like in his leg, hamstring area. I don't know what happened, but he is struggling to get up. So We'll see here when they come back if he continues to play or if they're going to have to go to their rookie Russian goaltender who's the backup. But this could be another big moment in this game for the Hurricanes. Breaking news, Cale Makar signs with the Blues because he likes the Arch. That would be an interesting way to sign with a team. Makar, Blues, oops. But this is it's a scary moment right now, and I just saw that ESPN was showing the crowd in Raleigh, and they're all having their hands on their heads like, can anything else go wrong? They're down 2-0 late in the second. They haven't been able to get a lot. They've had a lot of chances, just haven't scored. And now Antti Ranta, who is still honestly playing pretty well despite those 2 goals, is hurt. And oh no, he has actually been carried off the ice. Both trainers are on his arms right now. So the Hurricanes definitely have to go with their backup goaltenders. We'll see again as Zibanejad tried to take a shot, and Ranta just did the splits to get over and make a save, and he pulled something. It's probably his groin, unfortunately, and that is your livelihood as a goaltender. So that is a big injury. As Seth Jarvis is already out for the rest of the game, and now Ranta looks like he may be out, and I doubt that he could come back. Actually, it's McDavid versus McKinnon, according to Donnell. Yeah, that's the big matchup here. So again, it's Pyotr Kochetkov, who has played in 2 games in these playoffs. He's 1-1. He looks like he will be in net for the Hurricanes for the foreseeable future. The elevators in the Arch are scary. I'm sure they are. Jacob says he pulled his balls. If it's his balls, he might be able to recover. It's a shot there, and that's a great save by Kochetnov on Strome. Strome looked like he had a wide open net. 2-on-1 the other way, feeds it over, and that one is broken up. Svechnikov looking to score right after. But a great save there by Kochetnov on a shot. And again, Strome looked like he had a wide open net, easily looked like he was going to score. 2-on-1 now for the Rangers the other way. It's Strome comes in with a shot, and he scores! It's Ryan Strome! Just moments after he got robbed, he beats Kochetnov near side. And with 3:41 to go in the second, the Rangers have made it now 3-0. That might be a backbreaking goal, ladies and gentlemen. Tony DeAngelo is a racist? Yes. Neil, what is your thoughts on the Celtics versus Heat Game 7 from last night if you watched it? No excuse for the Heat not to win Game 7 on their home court. They just did not show up. As that shot by Strome went under the right arm of Kochetnov and in. Rangers riding through these playoffs like an old Ferrari. Nobody believes it will run, but it still rides out in style. I could see that. His ball's busted open and he let all of his babies. Damn, Jacob. You have to go that far? They were bad. Ouch, ouch. Colin says Broncos suck. I like how we got a lot of people to say Broncos suck. I agree. Broncos suck. Rangers did indeed score. It's Ryan Strome with the goal. 42 shots on goal in the playoffs with just 2 goals. But that was a big one. It's now 3-0 Rangers. Jacob says boo. Emo says yes, no. Bitty Bitty Oilers then says Bitty Bitty Rangers. So, Bitty, are you still obviously you're not a Rangers fan anymore, but are you still happy that the Rangers are winning? By the way, there is a watch party at Woolman Rink, which is in Central Park in New York City. There's a Rangers watch party, and Rangers fans are going nuts. Neil, so who are you going for in the NBA Finals? I have Warriors in 6, Donnell. That is my prediction. Warriors in 6. BDB always says, whoop. Capo Caco Enthusiast, who is probably the biggest Ranger fan we have in the chat. He's in here. He says conference final bound. I wouldn't say that just yet. Because there's still 3 minutes plus to go in the second. It's still the third period. And I've seen teams come back in Game 7 in the playoffs, down 3-0, as Jacob would probably not want me to mention, but I did it again. Bitty Bitty Buck Rogers, all right? Jacob also going with Golden State in 6. Good, Neil, you hate Boston too, just like me. Yeah, I don't like Boston at all. I'm a Nets fan. I don't have any reason. Bitty Bitty Oil says sweep. And it says league of who? I don't know. LeBron going back to the Cavs in 2 years. Oh, God, why? Why would he go back? Why would he go back again? Just to ruin that team again? GM? We about to beat Tony DeAngelo. I hate that MF Buck Foston. I love the comments from Capo Caco Enthusiast here. I'm sure Range fans would love to knock out Tony DeAngelo. Igor Shesterkin, 25 saves through 37 minutes of this one. New York Rangers are headed to Tampa Bay. Again, guys, don't say it yet. Still a lot of hockey left to play, but it's looking really good. Capo Caco Enthusiast says, go Nets. Liam Wolf hates the Nets. Are you a Knicks fan or what are you a fan of, Liam? League of Zeppelin. All right. Ruin, Bozo made them a good team. No, he didn't. I mean, dude, they won a championship, yes, but then look at the team after that. Look like crap. Look at the Lakers now. Lakers are horrible. And yes, they did win a championship, but not as much. And I know you're a Lakers fan, Jacob. I know you are. Capo Caco Enthusiast, Chesty shutout. Oh, it's big thing to say with 2:48 to go in the second. It's still a third period to play, but we'll see. New York Rangers will put a VGK. I hate saying that. Oh, that would be crazy if we have that in this game. Liam Wolf is a Celtics fan. All right, fair enough. The Oilers versus Avs series are 4 out of 10 best players at point per playoff game. Yeah, that's going to be that should be a high-flying offensive series. That's for damn sure in the Western Conference Finals. Rangers have these Al Pacino driving the Crown Vic into the night in the movie Heat. Okay. Rangers for Edmonton, go Canada according to John. All right, we like that prediction, John. The vibes, indeed. In the history, I mean. That is still that's even more remarkable. That is. Sean is back. What did I miss? Just a couple minutes ago, you missed a goal from Ryan Strome beating Kochetnov, who has come in now for the injured Antti Ranta. And it's 3-0 Rangers here with less than 2 minutes to go in the second. I do not have a girlfriend, Capo Caco. I hate to report that. Jan says, yes, Jakob, Tuesday is historic. It will be. As winning all the games with over 7 goals. That would be wild. Freddie Anderson, again, he has still yet to play in these playoffs. He got injured late in the regular season. He was second in the NHL and in goals against average and third in the NHL in save percentage before he got hurt. So I'm sure the Hurricanes would wish that he was playing, but obviously he is not. 1:41 to go here in the second. Rangers up 3-0 right now. Warriors probably going to win. I agree. Hell yeah, Rangers are still coming in strong, I see. Yep, they are playing very strong. Despite being outshot, which granted, that's the Rangers formula in most of their wins, they have taken advantage of the opportunities when they've gotten them, that's for sure. Let's go on, Frosty. Good to see you as always, my friend. Frosty, make sure to hit that like button while you're here. Every little bit helps. Liam says, let's go Hurricanes. Frosty is actually at the watch party in Central Park right now. Everyone is crazy. I'm sure everybody's got to be jumping up and down. It's crazy. Curry will average 35.7 points per game in the finals. I like how that's specific, 35.7, Jacob. Will he finally win Finals MVP? We'll see. That shot from DeAngelo gets blocked. Shot again. That one is saved by Shesterkin and then cleared out of the zone. Now it's a foot race with Slavin and Lafreniere, and Slavin gets it. Gets knocked down. No penalty. Lafreniere now. Lafreniere comes in with a backhand and he just goes wide. Hurricanes suck, our Rangers. What is this? Do you think Flames fans need counseling? They definitely need some they definitely need to be catered to after the way that they got bounced pretty quickly by their Alberta rivals. Rangers ain't done for sure. Doesn't look like it. Have fun having a racist on your team, I guess, talking about the Hurricanes. Doesn't Carolina have a great playoff winning at home streak? They are currently 7-0 going into this one, but they are a period away from being 7-1 and being out. I know someone with a hot girlfriend named Neil. Cool. Jacob says Clay will average 99.9 points per game. We hate Boston fans. Most of us hate the Celtics. Knock off Neil. All right. 30 seconds to go. There's pass in front there. It's broken up. Trying to get it to Teravainen. Frosty says Keandre Miller over Tony DeAngelo. 25 seconds to go. The Hurricanes have nearly 2 times the amount of offensive zone time than the Rangers do, but they're still trailing here. 15 seconds to go in the period. One last rush here for the Hurricanes this period if they hurry. Well, he makes it up. That one's broken up. Svechnikov fires it into the zone. 5 seconds to go. Lindgren fires it around the boards the other side, gets over to Panarin, and that will do it for the second period. So, some more interesting things have happened. New York Rangers 8-0 in Game 7s when leading after 2 periods all times. They'll look to go to 9-0 as they have a 3-0 lead after 40 minutes of play. Seth Jarvis out for the rest of the game. Antti Ranta got hurt late in this period, has not returned, may not return. Rangers get a late goal from Ryan Strome, and they have 3 goals, a 3-0 lead after 40 minutes of play. So what do you guys think? Do the Rangers hold on and win this game, or do the Hurricanes make a miraculous comeback and win Game 7 on home ice? Let me know. What's going on, Elijah? Good to see you as always, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Elijah, make sure to smash that like button while you're here. Miller actually went to my high school in Twin Cities. Very cool. Yota Montreal over Abs. Let's go Rangers. Neil keeps kneeling. Lol. Al Horford will squeeze Clay like a tube of toothpaste. All of Clay's bones coming out of his rectum. Ouch. Shannon says 5 seconds. Jam over BV. Shannon says 3-0. It is. Frosty says that's cool. But yeah, 3-0 Rangers after 40 minutes of play. So we will talk about all this and more on the intermission report. But before we get to that, we're going to step aside for another moment to get a quick word from our sponsors.
All right, team, time to bet NFL games. Confidence.
I'm feeling a parlay with more legs than a spider.
So 9 legs?
Roll the dice, baby.
Indecision?
We pick one home favorite. I abstain.
You can't abstain.
Boring! 6-leg parlay, 2 home dogs, all hitting the over. Boom!
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and feel the NFL action like never before.
So once again, a big thank you and shout out to our friends and sponsors over at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring this live watch along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. As always, guys, make sure to go to DraftKings right now, sign up, use our promo code, which you can see as always in the bottom right corner right here, THPN, and you tell them that Neil Villapiano sent you. So welcome to the second intermission report here of this game, Game 7, Eastern Conference semifinals, Rangers and Hurricanes. And after 40 minutes of play, it's the Rangers with a 3-0 lead and are now 20 minutes away from advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since 2015. So it's been about 7 years. Not too long, but obviously there. And we've already had some interesting things happen. Earlier back in the first set, Jarvis was knocked out of the game with an upper body injury, and then Antti Ranta late in the second period actually ended up getting hurt, and he had to leave the game as well. So the Hurricanes definitely shorthanded and have not been able to get anything going, while the Rangers, everything is going right. They've scored a couple power play goals, scored on a 2-on-1, and have just been able to be the better team despite being outshot through 2 periods of play. So that's where we are with the third period looming. And again, the Hurricanes 7-0 in these playoffs at home. And they are 20 minutes away from losing their first and what will be their only loss at home, which will ultimately end up knocking them out of the playoffs in the second round. Again, the winner of this plays the Tampa Bay Lightning, the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning, in Eastern Conference Finals, which will begin on Wednesday. Got some more comments here. As Frosty says, Neil's an absolute beauty. Frosty, is always, man, I appreciate the compliments. Make sure, I'm sure you already did this, but again, make absolutely sure that you leave a like on the stream while you're here. And again, if you are new to the channel and you like what you see and you want to interact with us, you got to subscribe. Subscribers only chat, my friends. Make sure to like and subscribe. And if you are new to the channel, let me know and I'll give you a shout out. Jan says, here comes the peanut butter. Sean says, Jacob, just like the Canadian team, the Hurricanes are losing. I mean, you might have a bad luck charm. I hope this period goes by fast. Don't want to pull a Vegas. You don't want to pull a Vegas. That's for darn sure. That's for darn sure. As, again, we're mentioning Vegas back in 2019, had a 3-1 lead in that first round series against the San Jose Sharks. Sharks came back to force Game 7 at home. Vegas was up 3-0 in the third period of Game 7. Sharks came back to take a 4-3 lead. Although Vegas would tie it, force overtime, the Sharks would eventually win Game 7 in overtime thanks to a goal by now New York Ranger and former San Jose Shark Barclay Goodrow, who knocked out his now head coach, who was the first head coach of the Golden Knights, Gerard Gallant. Go Rangers, not a fan of Carolina since 2006. All right? What's going on, Josiah? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well today. We thank you for hanging out with us. Josiah, make sure to smash that like button while you are here. You already know. Helps out the channel. Liam will be back after a shower. No worries. Cut your steak and use peanut butter and use PB versus butter. Okay. This is an interesting comment. I don't even know. But bust down, Rolly, Avalanche, my old bitch average. This is my first time rapping. Might go retarded shit. Bentley Coupe. I'm dashing it. Stand on my money. I'm tall as shit. Read more at sing that. What? What was that? What even was that? Yo, Neil, have you seen the Colorado Rockies City Edition jersey? It looks like a minor league team uniform. I have seen it. I get the point of all of these things, but I'm not a big fan of it. It's okay. It's not anything. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's meh. Still waiting to try that peanut butter and steak. Steak is just getting so expensive nowadays. It is. It is. Gen X not afraid of peanuts. Nope. James says, Rangers bring on my first round pick, baby. Yeah, I mean, James, Rangers look good after 40 minutes of play here. But again, there's still a lot of hockey left to play. But you kind of wonder to yourself, how much confidence and belief do the Hurricanes have at this point? Seth Jarvis is out for the game. There's a good chance that Antti Ranta might be done for the rest of the night. You know, who's going to step up? And I look at it this way, guys. If it gets to 4-0, this game is over. I'm just going to call it like it is. If the Rangers at any point make it 4-0, this game is over. Because even though it's 3, and 3 seems like a major deficit, I have seen before teams come back from down 3. So that's the way I look at it. If you're a Rangers fan, you want to literally speed up the clock. Of course, you want this third period to go by as quick as possible. You don't want a lot of drama. You don't want Shesterkin to have to continuously make a boatload of saves. You want to just try to continue to be aggressive in the offensive zone and just not give the Hurricanes any life. But you do want the game to go by quick. Not to make stoppage plays. Just let that clock run. Janelle says, Neil, so what is your favorite MLB City Edition jersey and your least favorite? My favorite is the Kansas City Royals one, and my least favorite is definitely the Rockies, Danelle, I would say. Sean says, in hockey, 20 minutes goes by fast. It can, depending on the situation, it certainly can. But I think in the playoffs, and any player will tell you this, especially when you're winning in the third period, you keep looking up at the clock and you think that it's going by super, super slow. So it could go by fast, but obviously, if you're the Hurricanes, you want to have as much time as possible because obviously time is not on your side. Jen says, you're right, but 3-0, big hurt right now. Oh, it certainly is. And especially because the Hurricanes are at home. But that also could be to their advantage because the crowd getting them fired up, continuing to bring the energy could certainly get them going. But also as fans, it's tough when you see the team not being able to score. Now, I will say this. It's not from a lack of trying because the Hurricanes have nearly 30 shots through 2 periods. Shesterkin is just having another game in these playoffs where he is just really back to his original form. He is playing super, super well. And, he's just creating a lot of frustrating things. It's not that also the Hurricanes haven't hit the post. They've hit the post like once, but other than that, they just haven't been able to cash in. And it's not like the Rangers are winning on some BS. They've just taken advantage of the things that the Hurricanes have given them. They've scored on 2 of their 3 power plays, and they got a 2-on-1, and they scored on it. The Hurricanes had power plays, haven't scored on them. They also had a 2-on-1 and didn't score on it either. So both teams have had the same fair amount of opportunities. It's just that the Rangers have been able to cash in on them. Be a doer instead of a clock watcher. Yeah, exactly. If you're the Rangers, you're not looking up at that clock at all. You're focusing on your next shift. You're focusing on just continuing to suck the life out of this building. You just want to go into this third period with the mindset of, let's not give this Hurricanes team any life. Because if you get that crowd going, it's going to be very difficult for the Rangers. Hurricanes have rallied once this season from a 3-goal deficit. They're 1-15 this season in the regular season and postseason when they're down by 3 or more goals. So obviously, history is not on their side right now. But it doesn't mean that they can't change history and they can't go out there and do what needs to be done in this third period. They have to make this the best period of the entire season. And if they do, they give themselves a chance to maybe come back. Why hate the Yankees? Why hate the Rockies? They're not the Yankees. I don't hate the Rockies. Danelle was asking me about the City Edition jersey that they wore. I said I didn't like that. I don't hate the Rockies at all. Wise words indeed from Arch. Orioles 7, Red Sox 0, top 9. So it looks like the Orioles are going to beat the Red Sox again. New York goalie, Tampa goalie, who do you like? In that series, if it's going to be Rangers against Lightning, I like Vasilevsky over Shesterkin. Vasilevsky, he's won everything that you can imagine as a goaltender. He's the best goaltender in the NHL right now. But Shesterkin will definitely give him a run for his money. You will certainly get a matchup of 2 of the top goaltenders in the league right now if we get Rangers and Lightning in the Eastern Conference Finals. I can't believe Rangers are winning 3-0. All the TSN analysts are going to eat it once it's done. Did they all? I'm assuming just based on what you're saying, June, they probably all picked the Hurricanes to win. And I understand that too. A lot of people I've talked to have picked the Hurricanes today. And I get that because they're at home. They've been undefeated at home. They dominated. But I said several times, the Rangers got the juju going. And at some point, there had to be adversity because every team faces adversity at some point in the playoffs. And this is the adversity right now for the Hurricanes. It's a matter of how do they respond to it. So shall we get to the replay of the Seth Jarvis hit that he sustained from Jacob Trouba? He actually fell over while he was sitting on the bench, so he might be dealing with a concussion. And then again, Antti Ranta got hurt, looked like he pulled his groin, and left late in the second period. So Kochetnov, their rookie Russian goaltender, is right now in net, and we'll see if he is in net for the Hurricanes going into the third period. Sean's going to go with Igor. All right, that's fair enough. I can completely understand if people want to keep going with the Rangers. And it's kind of funny because it feels like it's counterintuitive because I'm going against what I was saying, but the Rangers got the juju. But eventually, in many ways, it does come to an end. And again, until proven otherwise, I cannot see the Lightning getting beaten by anybody. And obviously, with my playoff bracket that I posted, I had I had the Flames and I think the Wild, so obviously that's completely wrong. Or I think I had the Avs. I could be wrong. I have to go back and look. But I did have the Rangers against the Lightning in the Eastern Conference Finals, so I'm looking pretty good right now. What's the score? Epic Plays, it is 3-0 Hurricanes. 3-0 Rangers over the Hurricanes going into the third period. I feel you, not a Calgary fan, but love their jersey. Yeah, it's a great jersey, that's true. Has a goalie even had a 1.00 save percentage in more than 10 games? I don't know. Sean does confirm it is 3-0 Rangers. Epic Plays, obviously not happy. But as we're getting ready to start the third period, we're going to step aside for another moment to get another quick word from our sponsors.
All right, team, time to bet NFL games. Confidence.
I'm feeling a parlay with more legs than a spider.
So 9 legs?
Roll the dice, baby.
Indecision?
We pick one home favorite. I abstain.
You can't abstain.
Boring. 6-leg parlay, 2 home dogs, all hitting the over. Boom!
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and feel the NFL action like never before.
So here we go, guys. Game 7, Rangers Hurricanes going into the third period, and it is 3-0 Rangers. As you see from the scoreboard right here, 3-0 Rangers going into it. So Rangers 20 minutes away from going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Hurricanes 20 minutes away from losing their first and only game at home in these playoffs, and having their season come to an end. And again, it really has been, although the shots on goal tell a different story, it really has just been more of a, the Rangers have had more success. They've scored on 2 of their 3 power plays. They scored on a 2-on-1. And Hurricanes, they've had chances, just haven't cashed in. Seth Jarvis, again, like I mentioned before, is out for the rest of this game. And now we'll wait to see if Antti Raanta is in net. I'll get a chance when I get the opportunity. But the players are at center ice. We're looking to get the all-go here to start this third period. And Hurricanes, they got to find a way to make this the best third period of their lives if they want to keep their Stanley Cup dreams alive. As, again, they show the replay of Antti Raanta getting hurt. He tried to get over from his left to his right to try to stop Mika Zibanejad, and then he just went down in a ball of hurt. But the puck has been dropped, and the third period is underway. So we'll see what happens here in this third. As the Rangers chip it out of the zone immediately, it's Tyler Mott at center ice, and he'll flip it right to Kochetkov. So yeah, Antti Raanta is done for the night here. So Obviously, if for some reason Kochetkov cannot finish the game, then we'll have to see the unprecedented idea of a emergency backup. As a shot there in the slot by Martinook is stopped and covered by Svechnikov. By Shesterkin. Same country, but just different name. Shesterkin made that great save there just 30 seconds into this third period. So Martinook got a nice feed from Svechnikov. And then Shesterkin made the save. So that was a good early chance here for the Hurricanes, but they could not cash in. So they're trying desperately to get back in this one. Face-off will be to the left of Shesterkin. Sean says 4-0 with an empty net. So he expects the Rangers to get one more, and he's expecting a Shesterkin shutout. Colin says Rangers winning the cup. They still have a pretty big mountain to climb if they get to the conference finals. But if they still got the juju going in round 3, then yeah, I think it's possible. Probably not. Yeah, I agree. Probably not. But you never know. You never know. So here come the Rangers. Keandre Miller coming into the offensive zone. Miller takes a wrist shot, and that one deflects wide of the net. Rangers in the left corner. Here's Zibanejad. He gets knocked down. No penalty. Good solid hit there from Brady Shea. Now Vetrano chips it over, and he tried to get it to Zibanejad, but he got his stick lifted. No penalty. Now here come the Hurricanes. Jordan Staal tries to feed it over to Jesper Fast. It gets broken up by Zibanejad, and now the Rangers will settle it down. So here comes Artemi Panarin, the bread man. It's had a quiet game so far, but he could score at any moment. Panarin. Now he chips it over to the right side to Strome, who will then fire backhanded into the zone. No icing. D'Angelo makes a long pass. He's able to connect it to Teravainen. Off the boards now to Aho. Sebastian Aho behind the net, using one hand now with the puck. He gets the puck knocked off him from Adam Fox. Fox and Teravainen fighting with the puck in the left corner. Comes out right behind the net, but Lindgren gets it over to Panarin, who will flip it over to the right side, back out to center ice. So a lot of just dumping the puck in right now from both teams. Sean says Avs win the cup. Possible. At best, Rangers win against Tampa. That, I agree with that. Avalanche are winning the cup. Pat Maroon about to manhandle the Avalanche. Dude, he's won more playoff series than some NHL franchises, which is kind of crazy. Colin Smith, the Lightning are winning the cup. That's what I have. Emoy says, how do you know? Nah. And then Sean says, Emoy, Colin's from the future, apparently. I feel like it will either be Avs or Rangers as an offsides here against the Rangers. 17-24 to go in the third. 3-0 Rangers. Shannon says she loves Tampa but lives in Colorado. All right. Adam Fox has a goal and an assist tonight. Chris Kreider with a goal. And Artemi Panarin and Mika Zibanejad each have an assist. That's combined for 5 of 9 points. So those top guys, Fox, Kreider, Panarin, and Zibanejad, have definitely stepped up here in a very important Game 7. Adam Fox with, at the moment, still the game-winning goal because, again, the Hurricanes have still yet to score a goal in this one. But obviously, they still got 17-plus minutes to get back in this. So Martinook comes up the right side. Jordan Martinook tried to feed it in front, but he missed his man. So now Martinook gets it back. Trocheck actually gets a shot, and that one is actually patted aside by Shesterkin. I think he tried to grab it in his glove, but it went up in the air, but it didn't come out. And now Martin Nietzsche now takes a turnaround shot, and that one is gloved and covered by Shesterkin with 16:55 to go in the third. A little bit of pushing and shoving again after the whistle. Playoffs are indeed unpredictable, Sean. You are right about that. Definitely not the Avalanche, but they barely beat the injured Blues. They almost went to 7 games. Archduke says, love Colorado, but live in Missouri. Jack Johnson is indeed been kind of bad, so that's fair. Want a Tampa dynasty, but Colorado dying now. We'll see, 2025. What's going on, Charlie Sanchez? Thank you so much for the comment, my friend. We do appreciate it, Charlie. Make sure to smash that like button as well while you're here. It says, who are you going for? I have the Rangers winning this game 3-2. So it's still possible I could be right. Just need Carolina to score 2 goals in this period. I had 3-2 in regulation. Yeah, the Blues are just so bad. Tampa's going to win 5 in a row. That would be nuts. So horrible. Wow. Maybe. You never know. That's right. You do never know. Now the Hurricanes try to put some pressure on, but Zibanejad just chips it out of the zone here. It's over to the left side. Jesper Foss backhands it back into the offensive zone. Now Keandre Miller gets it for the Rangers, and he'll flip it out to center ice. It won't be enough for an icing, as Shea will go back for the Hurricanes. 3.5 minutes into the third period, Rangers still up with a commanding 3-0 lead. So now here comes Brady Shea, one of the 6 former Rangers that is on the Hurricanes right now. Lindgren goes back. Lindgren actually got hurt back in the first period and actually had to be someone helped off the ice by a trainer, but he actually was able to come back in that first period, and he seems to be okay now as Toronto makes a long pass. Could be a breakaway for Kreider. He's got a step. He comes in with a backhand try, and he scores! Chris Kreider, his second of the night. A beautiful backhand. Goes top shelf, beating Kochetnov. And with just about 4 minutes into the third, the Rangers pretty much, in my opinion, have put the nail in the coffin. It's 4-0 Blue Shirts. Just a nice feed from Vetrano, gets Kreider with some speed, gets around Slavin, goes backhand, and Kochetnov could not get enough of it to stop it from going in. And to be honest with you guys, I think that's pretty much going to do it. That's pretty much going to solidify that the New York Rangers are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals, as they have thoroughly, on the scoreboard, thoroughly dominated this one. As you could just see it on the bench and in the stands, the Hurricanes are really stunned in many ways. Blues are one of the deepest teams offensively, but I don't know about our defense. It'd be nice to have some better defensemen. Except I know because I'm from the future. Fair enough. Yeah, sure. Sean says goal. Then Colin says Chris Kreider is going to score. He did. So I told you he's got 2 goals tonight. He has the second and fourth. Second goal tonight, 8th goal of the playoffs for Chris Kreider. And then you see Brendan Smith having his head down as reality continuing to set in that it's not looking good here. Rangers did indeed 4th goal. I am from the past slipping into the future. Interesting. Chris Kreider now with 15 career goals in the playoffs when facing elimination. That is the most in Ranger history. Archduke says, that's all, folks. Blues future dynasty, we'll see. Chance is 4-0 away. Let's go on, Jomo. Good to see you. It's been a while, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Jomo, make sure to hit the like button while you're here. It is currently 4-0 Rangers. It just became 4-0 Rangers thanks to the second goal of the night from Chris Kreider. Here come the Rangers again. Monk with a shot. That one is stopped. Rebound try is gloved down by Kochetnov, and he tried to play it, but the ref blew the whistle. Shannon is a vampire. Looks like the Hurricanes will finally lose a playoff game at home. Yeah, they came into this game 7-0, but looks like they'll be going to 7-1 and be out of the playoffs in just the second round. Yes, Rangers headed to the Eastern Final. Chris Kreider, most playoff goals in Ranger history. He is right now second all-time with 32. He is 2 behind the legendary Rod Gilbert. So if he gets 3 more, he will become the Rangers' all-time goal scorer in Rangers playoff history. Colin Futurama. Ben is back. Ben, you got to be ecstatic with the Rangers now up 4-0 with 15 minutes to go in this one. Now here comes Slavin. Slavin chips it around the boards. Jomo did like. Thank you so much, Jomo. Appreciate it. Charlie says, who do you think is better, Shesterkin or Vasilevsky? We talked about this earlier, Charlie, but I still think it's Vasilevsky. Couple Stanley Cups, won a Vezina Trophy, has won a Conn Smythe, gave up just 3 goals in 4 games in round number 2. Absolutely dominant. So I definitely would say Vasilevsky. I'm from the future. The Blues won in 2024. All right, we'll see. Yaga says the only thing that could save the Canes now would be if they had the maple leaf on their chest instead of that warning flag. Oh, and I mean the left with the hockey player, not the blue one. Oh, fair enough. Vasi, he's more experienced. In fact, the colors fits already. It does. Vasilevsky as well from Jomo. What's going on, Maddie? Good to see you again, my friend. Hope you're doing well on this Monday evening. Maddie, make sure to smash that like button while you're here. How are you doing today? Frosty's back. We scored. Everyone is crazy, dude. Frosty, I'm sure it's getting crazier and crazier as the minutes go by and they keep scoring and really putting this one away. So I have the game on mute because of obviously copyright reasons, but I'm sure it's like deathly quiet right now unless with the Rangers fans. I'm sure they're still cheering on here. But yeah, it's definitely kind of a shocking development going on in Raleigh with just how easily the Rangers have been able to score tonight. As Slavin with a drive, and that one is deflected up and out of play. 13:27 to go in this one. Chris Kreider on a breakaway got his second of the night as he makes it now 4-0 Rangers. I do agree, Jejun. This is definitely, here's the thing. Again, like I said before when we were in the pregame before the game started, I did say that the Rangers were going to win. They have the juju going. The Hurricanes haven't dealt with any adversity, especially when they're at home. Now they're dealing with it, and you could see that they are crumbling as we speak. And it's obviously not good. Rangers is good, but they go on to lose to Tampa in 5 games. You could very well see that. We could very well see their ride end against Tampa. And it could end as quickly as 5 games. But again, with hockey being such a magical, unpredictable sport, you never know what could happen. Do you play hockey? I did play hockey for a little bit, Charlie, when I was in high school. I played for like 1 season, and I was a goalie. So yes, I did play. Jomo says Avs beat Oilers in 7 and Tampa over the Rangers in how many games, Jomo? And Avs in 7 to win the Cup. So interesting, which could happen as well. Cabo says, Colin, you high. Rangers are good. They are pretty good. I hate to say it. Blues are a good team as well. They are a good team. And again, if it wasn't for Binnington getting unfortunately hurt, I think the Blues could have pulled off the upset. And again, they had to go to they had to go. They almost went to overtime in Game 6. If it wasn't for Darren Helm scoring that goal late in the third period, it would have gone to overtime. And who knows, if the Blues had won that, you would have had a Game 7. And as we all know, Game 7, anything can happen. Ben says Neil over Vassie. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate the compliment. Tampa over the Rangers in 6. All right. I think that's a pretty reasonable one as well. All 7 games overtime. That would be crazy. Avalanche were just a little bit better, and our starting goalie was out. Exactly, Colin. That's what I was saying before. It looked like the Blues were done when they were down early in Game 5, but they rallied back, forced Game 6, and had some chances to win Game 6, but couldn't get it. As Kopp with a shot, and that one is saved by Kochetnov. And our third best defenseman, but they also had their third best defenseman. Yeah, I would say it was fair when it came to like different adversity, except obviously goaltending, but the Blues definitely made it a lot more challenging for the Avs. That's for sure. That is for sure. As it looks like we're getting a penalty here against Trouba, I believe. We'll see here in a moment. Jomo says Neil is the best tendy in the world. I appreciate the compliment, Jomo. I had 1 win in my career, but it was definitely a big one. Going to get a delay of game penalty here against Jacob Trouba. 13:05 to go in the third. Rangers up 4-0. So the Hurricanes, another opportunity on the man advantage to get a goal here. We'll see if I can finally get them going a little bit. Love the state of Colorado, and I live in Blues country. Booyah will be back in the mix. I think they will be. That's why you got a Game 5. It's true. Colin, can we please get over it? You so good Blues are out and Avs are going to beat Edmonton. Neil went on to have a Hall of Fame career in the NHL, winning multiple Stanley Cups in NHL 22. Oh, I wish that was the case, man. MF, my name is Colin. Your name is indeed Colin. It's true. Power play goals this series. The Rangers, with 2 tonight, make it now 7, while the Hurricanes have still just had 1. And are 1 for 17 in this series as a backhand try by Aho goes wide. Hurricanes keeping it in. D'Angelo now over to his teammate. Gets it back to D'Angelo, top of the blue line. Gets it over to the right side to Nichis. Nichis holds, waits again, feeds it over to Aho. Aho tries to get a deflection in front from Teravainen, goes wide of the net. D'Angelo keeping it in now to Teravainen. Teravainen stops, gives it over to his teammate, now to Teravainen again. Teravainen left faceoff circle, gets it top of the blue line to D'Angelo. D'Angelo backhands it over to Teravainen, creeps over to left faceoff circle, back to D'Angelo, holds, takes a wrist shot, that one's deflected but goes wide of the net. Hurricanes continue to keep the pressure on here. D'Angelo with another try that gets blocked in front. Rangers just desperately looking to get it clear here. Shesterkin blocking out, turns over the puck, and that one comes right out in front, but goes through the crease and out. Oh, slap shot, and they score! And the Hurricanes finally get on the board. I believe it might be Tony DeAngelo or Vincent Trocheck. Either way, with 11:49 to go in the third, on the power play, the Hurricanes score, and it's 4-1. So just seconds before, Aho took a sharp angled shot off a turnover from Shesterkin, and he shot it through the crease and missed. But then just seconds later, Tony DeAngelo, he faked the shot, creeped up a little bit more into the slot, and scored, as we'll see it again here. Just trying to see another replay before I get back to the comments. DeAngelo faked the slap shot and then took a beautiful wrister, and I believe it will be Tony DeAngelo. So he gets just his second point of the series, his first goal, and he gets one against his former team. And the Hurricanes finally on the board here as Shesterkin's shutout comes to an end. McKinnon, gotta love the diehards out here, Jeff says. Absolutely. Jomo says, McKinnon is insane and Kemper is a very good tendy. Yes, indeed. Oilers went on to get clapped by the Avalanche in 5 games. I'm from the future, so that's what's going to happen. We'll hold you to it, Colin. We'll hold you to it. Try to make a backhand, misses. Sean says, boo. Emoy says, let's go. Finally. Jacob says, yes. There's a shot there for the Rangers, and they score! Filipino! And the Rangers respond right back. Not even 2 minutes later, the Rangers score, and it's now 5-1 with 11:09 to go. So the Rangers don't waste a lot of time and immediately quiet the crowd again as Filipino scores. So the Rangers, the kid line again off a turnover. Hedl goes right through the legs of Kochetnov and in, and he makes it 5-1. Futurama, New York Rangers pulling a Vegas VGK incoming. Probably not now because it's 5-1. I'm from the future, but I forgot my name. Lol. Yep. Mark McCarr is insane. Sean says, goal. Woo. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. This thing is definitely in the bag. I mean, it was in the bag anyway, but the Rangers, again, just responding. Mikko Rantanen has been a ghost this playoff. He has been. And I'm sure they're going to need him to step up as they get further in the playoffs. So we'll see what he does in round number 3. Let's go on, Beechers Balls. Thank you so much for the comment, my friend. We do appreciate it. And also, thank you for subscribing. Make sure to smash the like button as well while you're here. Rangers have a tough road ahead in next round. That they do. Going up against the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning in round 2. And not much time to rest as they'll have a day off tomorrow to travel. And then they play game 1 on Wednesday. I don't see Carolina fans talking anymore. LOL. Andrew is in the chat. What's going on, Andrew? Make sure to smash that like button while you're here. He says, woo woo. Hi, Neil. What's going on? Damn, fast response. It was indeed. Colin says we shut Cale McCarr down. How was your long weekend? It was solid. It was solid. Was just able to get out and enjoy the weather. Goals allowed at home. Through the first 8 games for the Hurricanes, it was for the first 7 games, the Hurricanes gave up a total of 8 goals at home. Just tonight, they've given up 5. Andrew just did. Thank you, man. They have elite forces in Darren Helm. Darren Helm, man. Patience is a virtue. He got rewarded. He got that big-time goal. Been disappointed by my Rangers for many years with some very well put together teams. Can't be disappointed now as the Rangers are going to put themselves 1 step away, 4 wins away from going to the Stanley Cup Finals. This is certainly impressive, Beachers. This is definitely impressive from the Rangers. 10 minutes exactly to go in this one. The Rangers with goals have scored 2 goals in this period, 1 from Kreider and then 1 from Filipino. The Hurricanes on the power play, just their second power play of this series, or excuse me, I think it was of the series or this playoff, either way, they scored on a goal from Tony DeAngelo, and that is what we've seen. So this has been the highest scoring period, but obviously the Rangers still in complete control, up by 4 goals with 9:32 to go. Andrew says, how was game all night? To be honest with you, it's been pretty much all Rangers. They've just taken advantage of the things that have been given to them on the power play, 2-on-1s, and just, poor defense. Hurricanes, everything that can go wrong has gone wrong. They haven't scored except one time on the power play. Both Seth Jarvis and Antti Ranta have been out. It hasn't been good. Alexis Lafreniere, 7 career playoff points, tied for most of Rangers history before the age of 21. As a shot there from Kakko is gloved and covered by Kochetnov. 9:20 to go in the third. Rangers in complete control of this Game 7, up 5-1. Andrew says, who left? Not sure. But obviously this has been a... Colin believes that Yossi is gone before the draft. That would be wild if the Predators moved on from Roman Yossi. I feel like Philip Forsberg would more likely end up leaving in free agency for the Predators, but maybe not. Maybe they're able to eventually work out a deal. We shall see. But yeah, guys, I feel like now at this point in the game, we're like Rangers fans. We're kind of just counting down this game because it's pretty much over. I mean, it was still possible going into the third period when it was 3-0, but then the Rangers early on a breakaway goal by Kreider made it 4-0. That pretty much puts it out of reach now. Although the Hurricanes did score, not even a minute later, Filipino scored to answer right back and to make it 5-1. So again, that's kind of where we're at right now. And again, once this game is over, the Rangers will have officially moved on to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they will take on the Tampa Bay Lightning in round number 3. Andrew says, "Did you hear that we want you on here?" I did. Of course, I know you guys love hanging out with me, and I do appreciate that you guys spend time with me, man. This is great. Forsberg is gone, I believe, but Yossi is staying. I agree with that. Maddie says, how many minutes are left? 9:20 exactly, Maddie, to go in the third period. That's how much time is left in this one. RJ with an update. Arizona Cardinals, 1996 2002 quarterback. Yes, Jeff Gladney, a cornerback who is currently on the Arizona Cardinals. He did die today at the age of 25. So our thoughts and prayers are with him. Well, thoughts and prayers with his family and loved ones during this difficult time. Chris Kreider's 6-1 record in Game 7s, too shy of most wins in NHL history. So after tonight, he will move to 7-1 and be one away from having the most Game 7 wins of any player in NHL history, which is pretty remarkable. Nylander has gone before the draft. Now, see, I've heard that there's a possibility that William Nylander could be that big change that ends up happening. So here comes Tyler Mott into the zone. Tyler Mott drives around the net. Wraparound chance. That one is stopped by Kochetnov, and now the Hurricanes are able to get it out of the zone. That's sad because Nashville was a good market. It is way better than Atlanta. It's still a very good market. Tonight really hated the Canes. I know. The Canes really sold tonight. Andrew with some prayer emojis. We'll see. Archduke says, yeah, RIP, way too young. Yeah, way too young indeed to have his life be done at just 25. And I mean, I'm turning 25 in less than 3 weeks, and that's kind of like crazy. Showing some prayer emojis as well as Colin, as Shesterkin gloves the puck down with 8:10 now to go in this one. Shots are 34-27 in favor of the Hurricanes. Shesterkin stopping 33 of the 34 shots he has faced tonight. I will say that the Predators were pretty lucky to get into the playoffs considering how bad they were at the end of the year. And we'll see. We'll see what they do moving forward, but obviously some changes certainly need to be made if they want to do something. It's great diving block by Lindgren, and the Rangers chip it out of the zone again with exactly 8 minutes to go in this one. Are you talking about the NFL player that played for the Vikings that passed away? Yes, we are talking about Gladney, who passed away today at the young age of 25. I'm from Colorado, but I definitely support Southern hockey just because I'm an asshole. Freak the Canadians wake up. All right, Shannon. All right. Adam Fox plays it over. So currently right now, Chris Kreider's first goal, which made it 2-0 back in the first, is right now the game-winning goal because the Hurricanes did score. So Jeff Gladney, yes. Don't appreciate you saying that, Neil, about the Preds. I'm just being honest. That wasn't even me being critical. It was more of just being honest in evaluation. That backhand try goes wide. It's starting to look like my score when I play Be a Pro. Same. Avs, they need to get the cup. Yes, they have not gotten the cup or even been to the final since they won it back in 2001 in 7 games over the New Jersey Devils. A final I don't like talking about, but I just did. Kreider will score a hat trick according to Colin, all right? And then Colin says Avalanche are never winning the cup. Well, they've already done it, but you could say that they're never going to win the cup again. Sorry I got mad at you, Neil. Nothing to apologize, Jomo. Nothing to apologize for. You're fine. No offense. No offense at all. Justin Braun bounces it off the boards and is able to get it out as Lafreniere chips it over to Philip Hedl. Hedl comes in with a wrist shot, and that one is patted up and out of play. Get a stoppage of play here. 6:24 to go in the third. Rangers with the commanding 5-1 lead. Just counting down the minutes here before they could celebrate moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals. I will say, since the Rangers are going to play against the 2-time defending champ Lightning in the Eastern Conference Finals, the Rangers could beat the Lightning, but I think Tampa's a better team. I agree 100% to no. I mean, they aren't winning the cup again. All right. Colin says you never know. Epic Plays is sad. So sad. He's still very, very sad. And he's also mad. You should not predict things. It's fun to predict. We're not always right. Rangers have also had 22 blocked shots to the Hurricanes 8. So that's another difference in this game. It is indeed sad. No. Jomo has to leave. Jomo, no worries, man. Jomo, before you go, make sure you smash that like button, man. We'd appreciate that 100%. Colin is indeed from the future. Shannon's from the now. Epic Plays with more sad. Yeah, fuck your future thing. Epic Plays is still very, very sad. Offensive zone time, 8:36 for the Rangers, 15:24 I think I saw for the Hurricanes. So yeah, it really has been like there's a lot of things that the Hurricanes just didn't take advantage of, and that's what it is. I thought for sure Toronto had it this year. I never thought that. They just can't get it done in the first round. Why is everyone sad? Well, a lot of people want the Hurricanes to win, and now they're all sad. Particularly Epic Plays because he's a big fan. Very, very, very sad. Jomo says, I already did. Thanks for taking your time to do this. Love you. No worries, Jomo. Love you as well, man. Thank you so much, as always, for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. 5:21 now to go in this one. As again, we're just kind of counting down the minutes. Not going to really get a whole lot of drama in these final 5 minutes. So Hurricanes fans are just really watching their Hurricanes team for the last time before they go into the offseason. And again, at the end of the day, to me, it was really just about, while it was impressive that the Hurricanes were so dominant at home, it was that glaring thing that they had not won a game on the road. And in the first round against the Bruins, they had 2 chances to knock out the Bruins, and they were able to do it on the second try. But in this series, again, up 3-2, got blown out in game number 6, and are getting blown out in game number 7 here at home. And I kept saying it, and I know that like it was kind of getting old after a while, but I was saying it that really at the end of the day, at some point there had to be adversity that this team had to face, and they're facing it right now, and they're not doing it. And oh, dude, they're showing a little kid crying, which is, I don't like seeing that. I hate when teams do that, when networks do that shit. I despise. I don't get why they do it. I guess they're just trying to show the emotion, but it's tough. It's tough for Hurricanes fans. Indeed, we do. We get it. Your SSA. Every place is mad. Emoy's just sad. How's the crowd looking in Carolina? A lot of people in the stadium. It was when the game was close and when it started, but there's a lot of empty seats now. And, I will say this, honestly. And people might get offended by it, but to me, it's simply that, especially when it's the playoffs, you shouldn't be leaving the game before it's over. I know your team's getting blown out and all that stuff. I get it. But at the same time, there's no, that's going to be the last time you see the team until next season. And you paid money for the tickets and everything like that. You stay to the very end. I know I would. I definitely know I would. So there's that. Janet says, fuck New York City. Fair enough. Not everybody likes New York City. Colin says he's not actually from the future. He's from the present. Nothing wrong with living in the present as well, my friend. That is for sure. But yeah, man, this has just been it's been all Rangers, really. It's really been all Rangers. They have just been they came in with the mindset that they were going to win this game, and they dominated from the first puck drop. And although, like I said, the Hurricanes had chances, they just couldn't score. And see, now the stands looks more like what you'd see from like a regular season game with a lot of empty seats and stuff like that. So a lot of people have definitely left. Rangers, they're going to go into the conference finals with confidence that they can beat Tampa because they were 3-0-0 this season against the Lightning. So obviously, they're going to feel good going into it. It's going to be a challenging series. Just says, I'm so happy. Good for you, man. Good for you. Jacob's from the 2017 Game 1 Stanley Cup Finals. Nah, it sucks. Andrew says, I'm very, very happy. Awesome. Mika Zibanejad, 5 points in Game 7s this postseason. So he has really stepped up. That's kind of been another big thing for the Rangers is that they have had their star players step up in Game 7s. I mean, Zibanejad had a big-time goal to force overtime against Pittsburgh back in round 1. Artemi Panarin scored the game-winning goal in overtime to win Game 7, and now you got Fox with a goal and an assist. You got Kreider with 2 goals, Zibanejad with an assist, Panarin with an assist. Their top guys stepped up when they needed to, and that's an important thing. Did the Hurricanes win any away games? No, they're going to finish the postseason 0-6 on the road, which is crazy. They seem to play better with their backs against the wall. It's all about the Rangers. Yeah, they certainly love to live under the pressure. It's impressive. Iron Man is elite. Please don't let it happen in hockey what has happened in the NFL and NBA. No. Neil, did you like Juice WRLD when he was alive? I did. There's a shot there from the Hurricanes, and they score. It's Max Domi on a rebound, goes top shelf. And the Hurricanes are able to get another goal here with 3:47 to go. So they've been able to beat Shesterkin more than once. But again, it's too little too late. As Ty Domi, Max Domi's father, who played for the Maple Leafs, is in the stands. At least he gets to see his son score a goal. So I say hop out of bed, rocking again. I told you New Rangers will get it done. You were right. Game 1 versus Lightning might be full of fans in New York. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people. I would love to hope that like Madison Square Garden does a watch party at the Garden. Max Domi gets his 3rd goal of the playoffs, his 2nd Game 7 goal this playoffs. So local fans still get to talk about playoff hockey in the Tri-State area. Yeah, I guess there's positive to that. Let's go. Chris Kreider with the hat trick. We'll see. Jacob says, Domi, the Nova Scotia kid. Yes, indeed, he scores. Yes. Everybody says no. Let's go, Canes. Beecher says Ty was an animal. He was. 3 goals in Game 7s for Max Domi in the playoffs this year. 0 in any other game. So he has stepped up in Game 7s. Unfortunately, though, this goal tonight really isn't going to make much of a difference. Ty Domi was indeed an animal back in the day. We good. Memorial Day is today. When was the last time any Canadian team won the Cup? 1993 Stanley Cup, in which the Canadians beat the LA Kings in 5 games. Chance that they paid $250 minimum for seats, so go. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Hurricanes are pulling Kochetnov with 3:08 to go in the 3rd, so basically one last attempt here to try to get back in this one. We'll see if Kreider gets a chance to maybe score an empty netter and maybe gets the hat trick. We'll see. But, yeah, this is pretty much going to be the last 3:08 for the Hurricanes this season. Kennedy Mullen, we thank you so much for the comment. Please make sure to also leave a like on the stream as well. Really does help out the channel. We thank you for subscribing also. Let's go Canes. Let's go Rangers, Kennedy says. So they fire it down. No good. Okay, salute the soldiers. Absolutely. Let's go Rangers. Got a lot of people saying, let's go Rangers. Hide comment. I don't know why I said out loud. No, the Canes are definitely done. They are definitely done. Do you watch NBA? I did, and I do. That is for sure. Yeah, Epic Plays, please stop spamming because I don't want to have to put you in timeout. I really don't want to put you in timeout. They fire it down. Empty net chance for Andrew Kopp, and he'll just tap it in. Andrew Kopp will get the empty net goal. Rangers once again respond to the Hurricanes goal, and it's now 6-2 Rangers with 2:52 to go in this one. James has spam Rangers. Colin Bushy, thank you so much for the comment, my friend. Make sure to leave a like as well. Shove the Empire State hooding up yo funky ass. Love that comment. Love that comment. We get it now. Andrew Kopp ruins the hat trick. It is what it is. Kennedy Mullen says wow or woo. But yeah. Sean says I still don't see the Hattie. They could get it. Still 2:40 to go in this one, but I doubt it. But Rangers with 3 goals in the third period. 5 goals in total in this period with 3 from the Rangers, 2 from the Hurricanes. But the lead never changed. The lead will never change. 2:23 to go. Rangers just kind of playing the puck around. As also Andrew Kopp becomes the 5th different goal scorer tonight. As we got Fox, Kreider has 2. Ryan Strome with a goal. You had Filipino, and now Andrew Kopp with one as well. With one as well. Colin Kennedy Moore says wow or woo, LOL. Yeah, I was more wow, I guess. So we got less than 2 minutes to go in this one. It is Memorial Day. 1:45 to go. Shots are currently 38-31 in favor of the Rangers. So now we got the last 100 seconds here. Here comes Filipino. Hito will just dump it into the zone to prevent an icing. We're down to the last 90 seconds here as both teams' fans begin to rise. But yeah, the Rangers just came in with a focus and get the all-important road victory. Mika Zibanejad 19 points in the playoffs. That's 3rd in the NHL behind Draisaitl and McDavid, who each have 26. As now again, we're just waiting the clock. There's a sharp angle try there, and that one is stopped by Shesterkin. Probably one last save there. Hurricanes keeping it in. No, Kotkaniemi with it now as we're down to the final minute of play here in Game 7. So we'll just let the clock run down here. Nietzsche tries to stay on side, but he cannot. There are Rangers fans, though, at the game. They let a certain amount, though. 40 seconds to go in this one, as now the Rangers will just let the clock run. $30 seconds to go. Filipino with it now. Hurricanes fans actually waving their rally towels. So they're pretty much letting it go now. 20 seconds to go. Brendan Smith now with the puck. Smith whiffs on it. Now dumps it into the zone. 10 seconds to go. Who won the other Eastern game? Lightning knocked out the Panthers in 4 straight. 5 seconds to go in this one. And that will do it as the New York Rangers come into Raleigh, North Carolina for Game 7 and blow out the Hurricanes and win this one 6-2. Their 5th straight win this playoff when facing elimination ties the longest streak in franchise history. And for the first time since 2015, the New York Rangers are moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals with a date with the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champion, Tampa Bay Lightning. So now we have our conference finals officially set up as we have Edmonton versus Colorado in the West, and now Tampa versus the Rangers in the East. And it should be fun. Game 1 of that series, Tampa versus the Rangers, will be on Wednesday evening. So We got some predictions here, and I'm just looking back at the predictions to see if anybody was close. The closest person was Ramon. Shout out to Ramon. He said 4-2. He said actually, the closest person was Jeff Nelson. Excuse me. Sorry, Ramon. Closest was Jeff Nelson. He said 5-4. So everybody was kind of like more or less in the ballpark, in ways one or there. But yeah, the Rangers just dominant here in this one. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for me tonight for this live watch along. Again, thank you all so much for liking, subscribing, everything like that. Really do appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe to the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel if you haven't already. Let's go on, Confinity. Good to see you, man. Thank you as always, LA. Appreciate it. The game is indeed over the beast. Make sure to leave a like on the stream while you're here before you go. Should be a fun series. Have a good night, buddy. Beachers, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Leave a like on the stream before you go. But follow the Hockey Podcast Network on all social media platforms at HockeyPodNet. Follow me on my personal Twitter at THENVPSHOW and my personal Instagram at NVPQB11. Go check out my podcast, Devil State of Mind Podcast. Covers the New Jersey Devils here on the Hockey Podcast Network. New episodes every Monday and Thursday, wherever you listen to podcasts. So go check that out. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Follow our podcast on Twitter at Devil State, Instagram at Devil State of Mind, and like us on Facebook. So thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight, and we will see you in the next live watch along. Once again, the final score, the Rangers win Game 7 on the road by the final score of 6-2, and they will take on the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Eastern Conference Finals. Thank you all, as always, for being the awesome people that you are. And as I always say, at the end of every live watch along, make sure to rock on.